Welcome back to the Interior Savings Center in Kamloops. The men's championship on the line. Kevin Martin against Randy Ferbey. And Kevin Martin will have last rock advantage to start this championship. And when opening with the hammer, as you see, he has been perfect this week. Randy Ferbey and his team coming off a victory last night in the semi-final against Brad Gushu. 2 wins and a loss without hammer. And Marcel Rock will get things started for the Randy Ferbey team. Last year, Ferbey's team did not qualify for the playoffs after losing the 2005 final to Kevin Martin by a score of 6-5. In the 2 previous wins for the Ferbey foursome, they defeated John Morris in the final, 7-5 in 2003 and 10-3 in 2004.
Well, Don, I think it's safe to say that there's a powerhouse of teams in the Edmonton area. Both of these teams having their losses come against fellow teams from Edmonton. Kevin Cooey is the team that beat Kevin Martin, and Mark Johnson is the team that gave Ferbey their loss in the round robin.
Okay, buddy, top 4.
In head-to-head matches between these two this year, Kevin Martin has a 4-2 one-loss record. Ben Hebert and lead stone for Kevin Martin.
John. Weight's good.
Previous experience at the Brier in 2005 and 2006 for Ben Hebert when he played lead for Pat Simmons from Saskatchewan.
Top 4. Oh, Johnny. Oh, it's buried.
Trying to dive.
D-line. Okay, Benny.
Good, Benny.
I got a good time on that. Five, wall line. 6, 7. Yeah, probably 7, bumping. 7, 8, 8. No. Small, we're bumping, yeah. 9.
Both of these teams are very comfortable with lots of rocks in play. And we expect both sides to be very aggressive in this championship.
Well, a typical strategy is what we're seeing so far, and that is draw in, draw, try to get the right angle, and then at some point there'll be a bailout shot, and usually it starts with the second shot or the third's first shot. Well, you'll see a lot of big weight hits thrown down, run backs, that sort of thing, to clear things out if it's not looking good for the team with hammer.
And for those who were not with us yesterday and are wondering today about the absence of Mike Harris on our broadcast, Mike was unable to be here this weekend because of the death of his father-in-law, Bill Hancock's, on Thursday. And again, we extend our condolences to the Harris and Hancock's families, to Mike and his wife Beth, and to Bill's wife Ann.
Same. It's the same?
Exactly the same.
Center line.
Here we begin with the run back, looking for running back their own guard into the 4-foot to remove 1 or 2 of the Yellowstones belonging to Kevin Martin.
He gets both of them. Wonderful shot by Scott Pfeiffer, as Randy Ferbey now lies 2. That's what both teams are so capable of.
Exactly. They have this weapon of the accurate run back, and like I said, not just for one, but they'll run back those rocks to a millimeter to make those doubles that they hit and roll.
No, just run it back.
Cross top?
No, let's go out turn.
Yeah. All right, yeah. Nose, Kev, or across the top?
Well, I like the nose a lot. Just a little bit high.
Nose or a hair high, Mark?
So Mark Kennedy has an opportunity to duplicate the shot of Scott Pfeiffer with a run back, and he could possibly run all 3 depending on how he catches this stone. Oh, he just missed the stone that's sitting on the edge of the 4. He almost got all 3 of them.
And that's the amazing part of curling these days, is the elevation of these stones, that they would be disappointed that they didn't get the run back double. They only got 1. Great shot.
5. Yours slid really good, Marty. I know, my second rock's fast. Get it here. Make sure it's there. Wait if you can. Mine's good. No, room. Lots of room.
And you'll hear them use the numbers that they have made quite famous in the curling world. The 4, 5, 6. 5 is 8 foot. 6 is 4 foot. Many teams have adopted that system.
What? I thought it was too much ice.
You see, it did not curl enough.
Not too bad. Pretty good. Curly nose.
Allow Mark Kennedy to get right to the nose.
This 5th edition of the Strauss Canada Cup has been the best attended event in Kamloops.
That's good. Hair firm.
Yep. Hold in.
Hair heavy.
Oh, okay, well then. Clean.
Yep. Hard. 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 Hard.
Will they be able to keep this online, get it past the guard, or are they on that front stone?
No.
Just by.
Good. Bye, Mark.
Boy, Mark.
It's nice control of that hack weight.
Boy, Mark. That's straight there again, eh? It's all late. Yep.
And you hear them talking about it's the finish. They're talking about the curl. And we did touch on this yesterday about different ice surfaces, different sets of rocks than what we saw at the Briar and the Scotties. These are less aggressive rocks. The movement is all very, very late.
Close. No, never. 11 up. Roll big. Oh, just leave it. Yeah, roll, Scott.
Be a double available.
All the curlers here very complimentary about ice conditions.
3-4, John.
Tim
I like
Yo
normal, John.
has been the ice maker here in the Kamloops, the Strauss Canada Cup, since its inception 5 years ago.
I think a hair last, Cav. I think it's running pretty straight here.
Okay.
Well, let's see if John Morris can continue with the wonderful
Yep.
curling he has displayed through the round robin and the playoff game.
Whoa, hard, hard, whoa, hard, whoa.
An opportunity to get both of the red stones. He will.
Try, John.
We got just overrolled again, past the guard. That's just how precise these teams are, looking for the double and the perfect roll in behind the corner or the center guard. You see it just overrolled, now available to
It actually looked
Randy
real good.
Ferbey.
Bumper down.
Bumper.
Clean.
Whoa. Yep. Hard, 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 real hard, hard. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yep. Roll it.
Ferbey wants a bit of a roll. He gets a bit of a roll, a little closer to the center line.
Very nice.
That one. Sure.
And soft weight, and again, we can't talk enough about how good Brushers, Rock, and Pfeiffer are.
Nice shots. Yeah.
Hebert and Kennedy aren't bad either.
Exactly, they're so strong.
Yep. Easy. Whoa. Hard, 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 hard,
A run back attempt again by Morris. He's got it. Would have liked to have had the rock raised, stay right there. But he did achieve the primary objective, and that was to remove
Shoot. Sorry about the first one.
the Ferbey
I
rock.
thought we were real close, and then it just really
Curl
rolled.
a bit. And roll a lot, but curl a bit.
rolled.
Hogline it.
Real
Good job.
lively.
Good throw.
This relationship is still evolving, as we talked about at the top of the show, Don. When you put a former skip like John Morris, very young, very successful, put together with Kevin Martin, a veteran of the game, and
Think that'll get by?
long-time teammates,
I hope so.
not with him any longer, and you put them together, they had to develop their own rhythm of relationships.
Five, six. Room. Clean. Yep. Hard. 7. Real hard. Hard. Line only. Hard. Hard. Real hard.
Oh,
Yes.
so tight to the guard. Will it go a little too deep? It goes behind the tee line.
Nice.
And you heard the sweepers call down line only. They knew this one was to the tee line all by
I was
itself.
telling that in practice. It was curling lots.
It's about the same.
This out turn's just straighter.
55, even 60.
55. Those
So now an opportunity for Kevin Martin to just come down and put a freeze on this stone. So although they'll take the different path, they want to come right down there. And again, as Don pointed out, Hebert and Kennedy are excellent brushers as well.
Lots.
Ball.
Lots.
Wait's there.
Lots.
Line's good.
Line only, John.
Ball room.
Room.
Line's good for the freeze.
Wait's close.
Room. Oh, no, line's good
room.
for the freeze.
Tons of room.
Ball looks heavy.
All there. It's all there.
Clean. Little top's all right. No top.
Barely. Line's
tap.
good. Whoa. Barely
Whoa,
tapping.
whoa, let it curl, let it curl.
Whoa.
Small tap.
No tap.
You hear the constant communication. Morris and the brushers, Kevin Martin involved as well. But
if he taps, like, how are we going to get it out?
as that rock was making its way down the ice, all sorts of information coming from all four members of the team.
And that's what makes the line call so very important, is that they need to be very specific. If it's going to tap, how much is it going to tap? Because that'll dictate the call by the person holding the brush.
Yep. Just a freeze otherwise.
So now David Nedouin with a second attempt to draw around that center guard, this time wanting to come right down on top of the Kevin Martin stone, freezing to the rock on the button. Randy Ferbey has often said there is no one he would rather have throwing last rock for his team than David Nedouin.
Got a curl.
Wait's good now. Wait's good. It's there. Gotta move it. 7. Gotta move it. Gotta move him.
Have to move it to be shot stone.
Whoa. No.
Or small tap.
They're not going to get shot stone, and now Kevin Martin will try and draw a second stone in on the button.
The line just was not good enough, Don, for them to sweep that when they knew they had to move it. But if they rolled off, it would be an easier shot for 2. As it is, Kevin Martin will try to follow this rock right down. As you can see, he has to get right in there to get his second point.
Just lid.
Can we bump our yellow back onto their red? Is that good or no?
It's real close. Like, if we have to go for line, we'll for sure be 1 with your shooter. And it'll probably be a measure for 2. But you can come right to the face, no problem. Even touch a bit of that first red.
I think they have to be very careful here. If you're going to throw enough weight to tap it, there's a chance that you could roll right off of that stone and leave a steal for Ferbey.
Leave it if you can.
I think a better call is the straight draw.
Needs the curl. Needs the curl, Benny.
Drawing to a very small area with the final stone of this opening end. Kevin Martin following it down all the way. Ebert and Kennedy frantically brushing, trying to get 2. Will they get it far enough? No.
Just didn't curl enough.
Weight was perfect, Don. As Kevin said, just didn't get the curl.
So with last rock in the opening end, Kevin Martin picks up just a single point and leads Randy Ferbey in this championship by 1. Here and Amore from the West Coast, it's a 16-hour time discrepancy. And if you live in the East, it's a 13-hour time discrepancy.
Tons.
Looking for the corner guard here from Marcel Rock.
Hey, Marty. We might have to get a hair soon.
That victory over Annette Norberg, who is trying for a 3rd straight Women's World Championship, for Kelly Scott, important to know that they can beat the Norberg team.
Well, I think it's a whole new Kelly Scott team this year at the Women's Worlds. That experience last year, learning from the international experience in Grand Prairie at the Women's Worlds, and failing to make the final. I think this has driven that team to improve and be much more comfortable at this year's Worlds. It's just a little heavy. They were looking for a guard here from Ben Hebert. That's a mistake.
What's this gonna do? Imagine it stays pretty straight.
Well, in case you're wondering about the long locks of the Ferbey foursome, they had a goal in mind when they started this season by letting their hair grow. And it's all going to come off at the Men's World Championship in Edmonton on Sunday, April the 1st. They will be shaving their heads in the Briar Patch, or in the Ford World Patch, at 6 p.m. All proceeds will be going to the Alberta Cancer Foundation.
Even if we hit it low and hit
the
roll for a
highest
corner, maybe
bidders
or for a center.
For an opportunity to shave the heads of the Ferbey Four. Will be on stage with the members of the team.
He's just gonna freeze on him.
And if they raise $10,000, Randy Ferbey is going to have his head shaved as well. That's the one I want to see.
Top of the outturn.
Well, it looks like somebody already got to Randy Ferbey about a month ago. You can't tell me he's been growing his hair out the same length as the rest of the team.
And you can make donations online. curltv.com, the website. And again, all proceeds to the Alberta Cancer Foundation.
It's a very special tie to this team with in support of Dave's dad, who has fought against I think it's throat cancer.
Just draw around,
and they
or
would
you're moving
like
it?
to support that cause.
I don't mind moving. Whatever you like, Randy. You like that pipe? Sure. Probably 11, kind of.
Going to play through this port. Try to come through the guards, and 11 is like a back line weight, just enough to tap the yellow stone belonging to Martin through the rings.
Whoa, whoa. Yep, lead, yep. Hard, 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 hard.
Will they get it through the hole? Past the top stone, curled enough to get by the red. Just past it.
Yep, yep.
They were more concerned about that top yellow, but it didn't continue to curl. Actually straightened out there. They were worried about that Yellowstone, but look at this, hardly moving at all. Not a lot of finish there in that spot.
Control.
I think the three members of the Ferbey team will be quite happy to have their heads shaved on April 1st.
I think they're getting tired of the locks. I was teasing Scott Pfeiffer that he's got women's hair. He's got all the curly hair like my own. And it's time for it to go. I think they would like to cool off.
Benny. Whoa, clean. Whoa, whoa.
Hard! Hard! Go, go, go!
Open it up.
Shot. That's good.
Calling for the sweep, trying to get that to roll out of the way of getting to the shot stone at the back.
Good sweeping, guys.
First shot, are we?
Yeah, half
Got to be really careful here.
Is that a lot of ice compared to you, Marty? Yeah.
Although Ferbey
Right here.
is shot stone, and they're trying to get a second rock in there so it's not so lonely. If they leave it anywhere out in the open, you know that Kevin Martin's team will run the double to lie 3.
I think Waite's there. Clean. Rope. Line's good. Line's good. Yep, go. Rope. 6.
Room,
7.
room.
Line's good.
7.
Clean.
8.
Whoa.
No, 8.
Whoa then. Whoa. Right off.
Whoa, by itself.
Whoa.
Lovely line.
Whoa, Nelly.
Needed to stop in front of the tee line. That's a hair too deep.
Good throw.
Yeah, foot too deep. Yeah.
The only loss for Randy Ferbey in round-robin play was to Mark Johnson by a score of 8-6, and then, of course, the Page A1, B1 playoff loss to Kevin Martin by a score of 8-4. A big 4 in that game when Dave Netterwin had a final stone pick, the difference in Martin's victory.
70. Go there, Kev.
Okay.
Clean, yeah.
Hard.
Hard. Picked.
No, it kind of took off. Hard.
Hard.
Hard. Try to roll.
Hard, boys. Hard. Roll the shooter.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yep.
And they think this rock did pick up some debris early.
Go. Too bad, man.
And although we haven't heard very much about debris this week, it was a factor in the 1-versus-1 game between these two teams
That's why if you're
on Friday night, where there was a significant pick,
line with ours.
but it affected Dave Netterwin's rock and actually led to a score of 4 by Martin, in which Ferbey and team could not come back from.
But the short's fine.
And so you heard they would like to guard those 2 rocks that are shot and
4,
second shot.
5. Well then, no bump.
They'd like to come right
Just for line.
in.
Whoa. Freeze. Whoa. Where is it? 4. Whoa, no bump. Freeze.
4, 5.
Room. Whoa. We're bumping.
5.
Whoa. Maybe not.
No, we're bumping a little bit.
No, right off.
Bumping.
Right off.
They don't want to roll off of this and leave some sort of triple.
There's a curl.
And they did roll off it.
There'll be some sort of big weight hit coming down now.
Yeah, just never curled.
Foot.
Just trying to kill two of them.
Didn't go?
Try to get rid of two of them, eh?
Yeah.
Should have almost went around.
Brendan knows it's close. Should get rid of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, even if you hit that, we still get two. Across the top slightly, you might get them all.
There you hear it. They're going to get rid of two for sure, and will be lying three more in their house when this rock comes to rest.
Well, John Morris is certainly capable of throwing the big weight.
Right up.
What damage will he do? 1, 2. He just gets the 2, and his shooter rolls out. Team Ferbey still lies 1.
Okay.
Opportunity missed there. That rock over curled.
A touch closer to the nose, I think you can get her.
Oh yeah, that was
Get all three.
wasn't the best slide. It's a little narrow on you.
So now Randy Ferbey will try to this wide draw around the center guard to try to lie 2.
Close. Yep. 6, 7. Whoa, we're by. Good. We're by. Rim's good. Line's good. Rim. Go. Line's real good. Hard now. Go down. Go. Hard. Hard, guys. Come on.
Haven't been playing this side of the sheet.
Hard.
And they were fooled. They just got second shots on. That was dangerous.
Yeah. I think we got it though. Yeah.
Yes, the overhead would confirm that it is second
Takes away
shot.
the freeze if you're in the forefoot though.
And just like David Nedwin said,
All there. Hard to know. Yours picked so early.
I think it'll finish a bit, but
now the call
takes its
is
time.
with Ferbey getting that second shot in there. Let's just play the freeze. Come in here, freeze onto here, and try to generate your 2 points. If Randy Ferbey's rock had come farther in, biting the forefoot, this shot would not be available to Kevin Martin.
Line only. Plenty of room. Leave it there.
Oh,
Whoa, no bounce. Mark.
where are we at?
Heavy.
Back
12.
Play it tight.
And that's the only
Play
thing
it
I
tight.
don't like about this communication
Oh,
is
we're
when
by.
they say it's heavy, it's not specific enough to say how heavy is it.
Hard.
Oh, we're on it.
Obviously, way too heavy.
Sorry, guys.
This is the type of ice surface that is very, very much sensitive
Sorry, Johnny.
to that difference in 4 or 5 feet of weight.
Mine was good.
Yeah. No, white line was fine. Just too hard.
Yeah.
It's quick.
But he's got to make it though, right? Yeah. If he doesn't make it. Want to play a bump?
Yeah.
So Kevin Martin's rock did stick around for second shot, Don, and it really affects
We're not going to lay 3 here.
the decision.
I mean, no, but he's got to be careful. If we hit the back one on the nose, he's freezing in there again. He's out of the end. Okay. I don't mind this. Tapper's up, he freezes and concedes 2. Well, he might, who knows?
Don't want to line up a triple though, eh?
No, I don't want it either. Just got to tap in the foot, too. Just 2 feet.
And you heard the thinking, if they came down to that back one, it's
I like
this
tap. It's actually
wall
not
that
bad.
Kevin Martin
Like-
could freeze to
Then
and get his
he's got
2.
nothing to save him back there.
Or sitting, too. I like tap.
This is so typical, Don, of the way that this team communicates. All 4 members will put in their vote for what they think the best shot will be, and then the decision comes down to the thrower,
6,
whether
7.
it is Nedwin or Ferbey.
Yep.
They'll all put in their vote first.
Line's good. Yep. 8. Line's good.
Clean. Whoa,
Line's good. Just
whoa,
line.
Marty,
Whoa.
Just trying to tap their own back.
Whoa, guys.
A lot heavy.
Jumped it.
A little too heavy as they tap it to the back of the 8-foot. And now Kevin Martin will try and freeze to the stone over on the right-hand side. At least that's his
You're
initial
coming around a guard in a tough
indication.
wall if you're
No, we don't
just
need to
touch
come
you.
around it, though. Your T-line's good enough.
Sure you don't?
Well, I just don't know the ice. Like, No, we haven't thrown anything.
I know, but I think that we threw this in practice.
It's a way longer guard. We're coming around the rock.
All we got to do is bury anything.
Well, as long as we get back here.
Yeah.
Like here, and he hits for 3, right?
What do you guys like?
Oh, we like it each one. Whatever. He likes the in, I like the out.
I just think that's trickier. Like, no one's made one all in there because it's just a tricky spot.
It's a tough spot. Grant,
This, I think that
you don't even know this spot.
this, I think we'll curl half pretty good.
As long as, well, it don't matter as long as the weight's the same.
Yeah. And even if we're here, like, he's got to miss all these when he's running that, because if he nuts this, or even if we're here and he tries that, goes into there, it's only maybe for 2.
All right. Probably edge of 4, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's good. Get your pass real good here, because
55 will tell him. You got to be back 4 here.
Really good discussion about the 2 rocks.
Think you can get a 55 there?
Kevin Martin wants to freeze to, and obviously you did hear that John Morris won. Yeah. This is the one that they're going to come down to.
Should be okay here. Freezing.
They're worried about the run back on that top one. Very nice situation for Ferbey right now. Kevin Martin needs to be close to this freeze to take away the multiple score for Randy Ferbey's team.
Weight's good.
It's
all there.
Let it curl.
Line's good. Line's good.
There. It's not heavy.
Line only.
Let it
Line's
curl.
perfect.
Switch.
Okay.
Switch.
Freeze to the back one.
Needs to curl a mile.
Whoa.
Needs to really curl. Hard.
Whoa, Benny. Whoa, Benny.
Go!
Just didn't finish.
Well, it's shot stone, but now an opportunity to tap it out to pick up 3 for
Even from 10 minutes ago.
Randy Ferbey.
Yeah, the ice isn't nearly the same as it's been. That's for sure. But that's the problem with playing that shot. Like I threw it as good as I could, and I can't make it.
Yeah, we're guessed on ice. I think it's a guess either way.
Just an 11?
Yep. So you see the opportunity now to try to punch this one by keeping the shooter here, but they have to negotiate not jamming on that one. We saw Kevin Martin's rock not curl enough, Don. When you throw a little bit more weight to try to punch that stone into the back 12, the danger is that it may not curl enough.
Final stone out of the hand of David Nedowin.
Just 11.
Whoa.
A chance to score 3 here on the second end.
Clean.
Whoa. 11 up. Whoa, right off. Right off.
No, never.
Waiting
Right
for
off.
some more movement on the
Right
part
off.
of this stone, trying to punch
Right
it
off.
through the hole, trying to get 3, and it will be good. Beautiful touch by Dave Nedowin with the final stone of end number 2. And the 2-time Strauss champion, 2003, 2004, with a 2-point lead after 2.
It's close right out here today.
A big 3 on the second end with Team Ferbey leading Team Martin by 2 points as Marcel Rock gets end number 3 underway.
Where is it? I'd look.
Through the first 2 ends, we've been treated to some tremendous shot making by both teams. Bit of a miscue with his final stone by Kevin Martin, but he, as he said to John Morris, got fooled by the ice.
I'm ready.
It's just a beautiful touch by Dave Nedowin to follow that rock down with that nice soft weight and get the 3 points. We talk about both teams and the patience, Don. It's the third end. Kevin Martin would like to generate his 2 points and tie it up. And Randy Ferbey would be happy, would be very satisfied just to hold him to that 1 point and get the hammer back.
We should almost.
Yeah, 3-4.
When he's just showing guards.
Marcel's wife, Raylene, throwing second stone yesterday for Kathy King, the runner-up to Jennifer Jones for the women's championship.
It's real tight. Might be in. It's in.
This will be a very profitable weekend for the Rock family.
No, it's not in.
Not too bad for the Nedowin family either. Heather Nedowin was here playing as well with Deb Santos. Lots of curling couples out there.
Top 8. Yeah, top 12.
It's Good shots by Marcel Rock. Now for Ben Hebert. Needs to get a rock frozen in behind that guard, just thrown by Rock.
All there.
Lots of room.
Line's real good.
Stay with it.
It's close.
Stay close.
There, though.
We're by. Whoa.
Clean.
Whoa, we're
Whoa.
by. We're by.
Whoa, lots of room.
Weight's good.
Clean.
Whoa.
Yep.
Now you see the movement on the stone just delivered by Ben Hebert, trying to come down on top. Wonderful shot by Hebert. Hebert certainly capable of making some wonderful shots, but he has had some embarrassing moments on the curling ice as well. In Winnipeg at the Canadian Open on the 28th of January, taking a practice swing during a break with his brush. Look what happens. The brush flies off the handle up into the crowd.
Line's good.
Fortunately, nobody was hurt. And Ben made his way
there.
up into the stands and presented the handle to the person who grabbed the brush.
And it did cause a lot of laughter in that game, but there was a couple of very anxious moments as the players watched that brush head skim over the heads of several spectators before it came to rest.
Freeze mark?
T-line. Tap it
To the nose. Okay.
So you see again this game of draw, freeze, 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 try to get the right angles.
A little
You
positive.
never know if this is favoring which team at this early in the end.
Line only.
Line's pretty good.
Weight's close.
Room.
Line only.
Room.
Line only.
Room.
Oh,
Room.
still there.
Back 4.
Okay.
The nose.
Room.
Whoa.
Still needs to curl.
Back 8.
Curl.
Curl here.
Curl, 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 curl.
Good boy. Smart.
Shot.
Shot.
This is going to be an interesting end, the way things are shaping up. A loss to Kevin Cooey.
Good drag.
8-6 the score.
You don't want to just run the
only
guard straight
blemish
back or no?
on Martin's record, and it's interesting that Cooey is the team that Kevin Martin beat to claim the Alberta Championship and get a spot in the Brier.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever you like.
Okay, straight back. Clip this one's not bad.
Yeah, I was just saying either one's good.
This one's good.
You see the call, trying to run this straight back onto the Yellowstone, biting the forefoot.
Yep.
Real hard.
And this was over curling early.
Hard, 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 hard.
Go, 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 go.
Hard, 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 hard. Keep going, keep going. Yikes.
Just got fortunate there that the result was pretty good.
A lot.
And this one, I think, was just inside the broom, right from
Boat T.
early in
Go
the
back. T
delivery.
is pretty good.
So like I said, ended up with a not a bad result.
Somewhere in the paint's good.
75.
75, Marcus.
Bury it.
Where am my last one? What's my split on my last one?
You're heavy.
66.
You'd be back 12 if you threw that here.
70's good here.
So still a corner guard in play. Martin will try asking Mark Kennedy to get his rock in, buried behind that corner guard.
Ben. Okay. Good. Not like
Have to be
Line
careful
only. Wait
not
there.
to set up a double on his own, though.
We're not heavy, John.
Line's good.
Back T.
Go.
Back T. Line's perfect.
Hard, John.
No doubles.
Hard.
Come on, it's got to be back T.
Come on, guys. Go, go, go.
See that other
Hard, keep going
Yellowstone
there.
in play. That's
Keep
the
going,
double
keep
they're
going,
worried
keep going,
about.
keep going, keep going. Great sweeping, guys.
And you see how far back it just makes that angle too sharp to risk the double.
He's going around again, right?
Yeah. Okay.
I think.
Right.
You like that?
Yeah.
It's a good conversation that even if they did
You got to draw, don't you? Sure. What?
make a pass at this rock just thrown by Mark
he's gonna go around
Kennedy,
again? Yep.
he would just
He
go
has
in
to
there
come. We're
again.
gonna go
So
in there
they're going to
next.
freeze to it themselves.
Rim. Line 5. Like to go. Like to go.
Whoa! That's getting better.
Weight's fine.
Got curl.
Got a curl.
6.
We're just to it. I know.
We're
we
to
can't
it
bounce
all
off.
the way.
We got no line.
Whoa,
Can't bounce off at all.
Lots of room by the guard.
The weight was fine.
Good.
And he comes down just in the corner of the Kevin Martin stone to lie 2.
We gotta play this with
Heavy draw.
Back 12.
back line. Because we gotta spring it off there, eh?
Yeah, I know.
Back line.
Heavy draw.
Back 12 even, Johnny.
Yeah, back ring.
Full quick here, John.
Let's look for a 70.
Yeah.
65, 70.
Referring to the split times. Randy Ferbey's draw had a lot of room by the guard.
Yep.
This one will need to be a
Line's
lot
good.
closer to the guard to make this shot.
Hard line.
Hard! Hard, boys! Hard!
Whoa.
Whoa!
Close.
Whoa!
Kevin Martin had asked for a heavy draw, and he'll come down and
Great shot, Johnny. Atta boy.
Bad.
tap his own just
good.
back into the
Real good
12
throw.
and
Just
moving
kind of
the
backed up all the way into the house.
Yeah, they're
Ferbey
not going
stone into the
sideways.
4.
Surprising.
throw.
Mine finished real nice. So did Randy's.
Yeah, Randy's finished.
Both finished good.
Just roll here, or else you could play a little more weight and make the double.
You're going to stick over there anyway, which is perfect.
Play bumper up, you make the double.
I got it, Ferb.
I got it, Marty. Huh? Actually, Randy, bumper's probably good.
Okay.
I think, you know, stick around.
Nail it, man.
Looking for the double with the rock in the 8-foot and the back yellow stone just biting the 8-foot.
Bumper up. Yep.
Go, go, go.
Hard! 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 Whoa! Whoa! Solid bumper. Yep! Yep! Hard! 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 Hard!
Tight to the guard, but onto the Kevin Martin stone, and he'll get 2 to lie 3.
This is a great shot. Good call. Playing bumper weight doubles are tough because you don't have a lot of weight to play with. Hit it perfectly.
No matter what. Yeah. I mean, whatever you got ready. Couple and.
Aye.
And then nose hit doesn't even help us.
Okay, so you just like the freeze in there?
Yeah.
What'd you get on that one, Benny?
John's? Yeah. 69.
As long as
Okay,
it's top
freeze
4,
in
it's good enough.
Okay.
Can't get it out.
Good night.
So there you hear it. If you come freeze into the rock on the left-hand side of the 4-foot, if they make a play on it, it will just jam back into that wall that is the shot stone at the back of the tee.
Not heavy.
Oh, I think it's good.
Weight's close.
I think it's good. Clean, hard.
Gotta go weight.
Hard.
Line.
Real hard.
Long, top 4.
I know.
Come on, boys, you got it. Wait on,
Will they
wait
be
on.
able to get it there?
Maybe freeze it
line's
into the
good. Whoa,
pocket.
whoa, whoa.
It's not moving.
Whoa.
Hard, 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 hard. It's good. Isn't that weird, eh?
They're not going to freeze to the stone they were aiming at, the one on the left-hand side of the 4, but it does freeze on top of the shot rock.
Well, he's just going to nose it.
He knows it. Yeah, no, it's not better, but
I'm not. You saw,
But-
I thought it was nice and
looked good to
soft
me.
with it and-
It's just there's no movement
I
anymore.
think we got to expect that now. We've seen them enough. That,
Well, no, but yeah,
I thought the ice was going to go down and then.
yeah, not anywhere near what it was. All different.
And that's, again, a
Right in the nose would be
consistent
great.
result as the rocks are not curling as much as what they have expected. It was a pretty decent plan B shot, considering that they were trying
Bumper
to
down.
freeze to the rock on the left-hand side. But if Dave Nettowin hits this right on the nose, he'll be in control of the house. These are tough. You don't want to roll off. The ideal shot right on the nose and stay there in front of the yellow stone belonging to me.
Yeah, hard! 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 Oh!
Another great shot by Dave Nettowin. Shot stone belongs to Kevin Martin, but he's got those 3 Ferbey rocks surrounding his shot rock.
Well, you just heard the disappointment. He did roll off a little bit.
Yeah. It's close to get. You don't want to. Oh. Shoot.
Well, there's no choice. I gotta make this double anyway.
Yeah, I think you. What kind of weight do you like, Kev?
Freezing.
Not too much weight.
Yeah, like normal, eh?
Yeah. I don't think this is going anywhere.
Pocket, I guess.
No, I agree. I think it's best that it just nuts there.
Yeah. Well, even control's good enough.
That looks like about
Yeah.
normal weight.
Want to make sure this one, so we can count that one.
Leave the triple.
Don't want to lose our one, that's all.
I don't think we will lose one.
Kind of wait there.
Just control.
Benny, kind of wait.
Looking at the double on these two. They know, though, that this red rock will fully jam there, but their yellow stone should stay in the 4-foot. They should have 2 in the 4-foot after this rock comes to rest.
Hard! Real hard!
I think he was inside.
Hard!
Well, that's the worst thing that could have happened, because the rock belonging to Ferbey on the left-hand side of the screen, as you look at it, is behind cover now.
Can you guard it?
Nowhere near what it was. Jeez
Guard it.
Christ.
Yeah. Guard. That's a... Come right here?
Yeah.
Well,
Why there, Marty? You got to be right in front of it.
It's got a pick.
I don't want to leave him the intern.
Either that or you go back here. Okay, well, it's one or the other. But he's got the pick for 2 if we...
Yeah.
If we guard, we got to guard properly. That's all I'm saying. I mean, even if you're back...
Well, I don't want to show him any of the inside.
here.
Just try and bumper weight roll for 3.
I know. So...
Well, we're guarding there as if we're guarding.
I mean, right here it'd be juicy. Come in there and force the line. Right here it'd be real good.
Yeah, it's probably... I like that. Yeah.
He's still going to... Just T-line, get T-line. Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about guarding, but you can see that there would be an in-turn double tap. If they didn't guard this perfectly, there would be 2 shots left for Kevin Martin. That would be a pick on this one, or him coming in and double tapping this one for 3. So the call is, let's just put another rock into the 4-foot over here. Now they got to be careful, Dawn, that they don't leave it too high to leave a double for 3 as well. So the key is get it to the back of the 4-foot so that there is no double available.
It's interesting when you listen in on the conversations of the two teams, how much respect they have for the opposition.
7.
And the opposition's ability to make a shot.
7. Maybe 8.
Ooh.
8.
Will it stop in time, or is it going to slide too far?
Go hard. Go. Come on, more.
So hard, real hard, real hard.
It's going to slide too far. Now, will they attempt the run back?
Now an opportunity for 3.
It's there for 3. It's a nose hit.
Control right here.
Yeah, I think this should...
I don't expect this to
Make sure we
curl.
get
Not
the
too
nose, we
much.
get a 2.
I think you're right. Should run, especially compared to your first one.
Yeah.
Well, nose we get 2 anyway. Nose is deuce.
Yeah, and I don't mind
Tied
that.
up.
Don't let us over curl, that's all.
You can just hear the anticipation in their voice.
Just control, nothing more.
Okay.
Hope the hell it doesn't take off on us.
The only thing that really
easier
makes
throwing it
this
with
shot
weight, eh?
difficult is some
No, I don't wanna roll
uncertainty
those.
as to what the ice is doing. And they know if they come to the nose or just a little bit past the nose, they're going to get 3.
Whoa!
Final
Clean.
stone. Kevin Martin
Hard!
trying to counter the 3 that Ferbey scored in the last end with 3 of his own here on the 3rd.
Come on!
He's on the top stone. Will he get a bit of a roll? He's going to get his 3. A mistake by David Netterwin with his final stone, and Kevin Martin took full advantage. He leads by 1 through 3 ends of play.
Let's talk about Ross.
A mistake by Kevin Martin on end 2 enabled Ferbey to score 3. Then a mistake by David Netterwin with his final stone in the 3rd set the stage for this run back by Kevin Martin, and he gets his 3 right back.
Boy.
I'm taking your rocks.
Okay. Mine are snapping.
Well, mine are...
Kevin Martin saying to Ben Hebert during the break, I'm going to use your stones now, and you'll often see this. Kevin Martin throwing last rock obviously wants his stones to react the way he thinks they should. He feels they aren't, so he's going to switch with Ben Hebert.
Well, and I think if you talk to long-time lead Don Bartlett, how many times he took Kevin's rocks, it was quite a lot. You want to take the doubt out of his mind. And as I said just before he was throwing that last rock, there is some uncertainty as to what the ice might do. So it's a good move for Kevin to just get that out of his head and start with a fresh set of stones.
This is light.
Whoa.
Marcel Rock throwing the corner guard with Ferbey getting last rock again.
Sure, Marty. 5 feet less.
I don't dare today.
Tonight on CBC television, Rick Mercer is joined by former Prime Ministers Paul Martin, Brian Mulroney, Kim Campbell, and Joe Clark in a high-stakes showdown to determine which of 4 young Canadians will grab the title of Canada's next great Prime Minister. Tonight at 7 on CBC television.
Be careful, Mark. We don't want this one in.
Line's good.
Oh, it's real close.
Okay.
Weight's good.
Needs to curl some.
This one slid.
Looks like it's sliding pretty good.
It's all there. I was just cleaning.
Okay.
Wow. Whoa.
Just looking for a tight guard.
Yep, hard mark.
That's good. That's good.
Nice, Benny.
Nice.
job, Benny.
They had to wait for that one to break, and it certainly does seem to be a characteristic of this ice surface is that very, very late break.
Whoa.
So now
Weight's
Marcel
good.
Rock
6. No bump.
looking for the
Center's
freeze.
all there. 7. Clean it. Clean it. Yep. Center line. Hard. Just for line. Hard. Got room.
Very nicely
Marty.
done. Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
On the opening end, Kevin Martin with last rock had a very difficult draw trying to get 2. He only scored 1. Then a mistake by Martin enabled Nedwin to hit and stick for 3 in the second, and then Nedwin returned the favor by making a mistake on end number 3, enabling Martin to make the run back and score 3 for a 1-point lead.
Real good.
Weight's there. Whoa.
4-3, Martin leads, playing this 4th inning.
Weight's real good. Go for line.
Positive.
Go for line, guys. No, gotta curl.
Is it bouncing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, it's back to even,
Okay.
And this is
Sorry,
just
guys.
another example of the difference in communication.
Roll to the outside.
The call down the ice
Oh, you weren't
was
good. I got a
the
70
weight's real good
72.
or the weight's there. It's just not specific enough for Kevin Martin to know when the break will be and to make a plan B call.
5. Room. It's all there. 6. 6.
No, it's not curl.
We're bumping, definitely.
Got no line at all. Getting better, getting better.
Still bumping. 7. 6.
Whoa,
You gotta get line, Marty.
Whoa, it's not bad, not bad.
We're bumping a foot.
Whoa. Good shot.
Boy, 5.
Turned out to be a good shot. They were concerned there was no line initially on the stone.
Just not the top one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only wanted.
Normal weight.
Normal? Sure.
So looking like for the short run back on this guard.
Driving his own onto the top stone belonging to Randy Ferbey. The task assigned to Mark Kennedy.
Real hard.
Whoa.
He'll get it.
Whoa, Kev, whoa.
Good shot, Mark.
Very nice.
Play, man.
Boy, Mark.
Great shot.
I thought that was too thick.
Raising his own back. Keeping the guard in play as well as
Okay.
the
Kind of wait.
rock he raised back.
Bumper. Bumper up.
So looking for a hit and roll here from
up.
Scott Pfeiffer.
Whoa. Close.
Whoa.
Bumper up. Whoa. Roll. Roll it, Dave.
No, that's good.
Hard.
A bit of a roll, but not as far as they had hoped for. And now Kevin Martin wants the stone just thrown by Scott Pfeiffer, removed, and he's looking for a roll
Sort of like that out
over to the left-hand side.
Yeah, you playing the roll?
Yeah.
Mine ran pretty true, John.
Control.
Control.
Whoa. Whoa. Clean. Whoa.
Curl mild.
Never.
This is going to roll, but it will roll too far, moving the other stone over to the edge of the 12.
Ever straight, man.
Yeah, I know.
Shoot.
Threw that really good, real good soft throw.
That ended up in the worst spot. Doesn't matter. Anywhere in here. You're right. You can freeze right here. It's fine.
Yeah, as long as we get to the inside
Actually,
of that.
this is probably the best because now we can't hit either of them.
Anywhere to the inside of that baby.
Yeah.
So you hear the call that rolled to the wrong spot, allowing Randy Ferbey to freeze into the inside of his own, or all the way over to the Yellowstone. So he's looking anywhere in here. Could get over as far as in here as well.
Should be okay. Yeah. Mine snapped at the end.
But again, John Moore, they're continuing to be confused between John Morris's rocks running straight and Kevin Martin's kind of doing a bit of both.
How's line? Room. Line's good. 4. Line's good. Freeze it on here.
Go.
Got a curl. Got a curl. Got to go.
Get it there.
Hard then. Hard. All the way. Hard, guys. All the way. All the way. All the way.
Really working on the stone every last stroke, trying to get it there, but they come up short. However, it still does pose something of a problem for Kevin Martin.
Yeah, once the guard's good, just leave her. They're probably going to be running, so the higher the better.
What? Well, you can't get it
Pretty
all.
straight here when I'm throwing my guard.
It's guarding. Oh, he got it. But he's
Edge of 4.
Yeah. If I see it, pouring our rock there or something.
So Randy Ferbey also getting caught on that rock being a little bit straighter. They're throwing the guard on their shot stone.
Tie.
Okay.
They know that
Line's
if
good.
this is tight
the curl.
to the rings, that Randy Ferbey will run it
Line's good
into
if
those
you
two
get it
red
halfway.
stones.
Come on.
Hard! Hard!
Go, guys.
Hard!
Wants to get
hard,
to the
hard.
center
Keep
line.
Going. Line's
Every
real
inch.
good.
Come on. Go, 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 go,
Go, go, go, go, go, go, go. Keep going, keep going. Great
Well
sweep.
swept. Well swept.
Great sweep.
Shot, eh?
Good shot. Now a problem for
Well, you hit it on here.
Ferbey as to how to get to those stones.
Or
in the
just
rings.
off of here.
Nose
Whatever.
isn't real bad.
Straight back is good.
Or even if we kill that yellow one, it's not the worst. You know.
Well, no, because if you hit it through here, it's taking ours.
No,
He's
no,
sitting
no.
two.
I mean that one, the top one.
Oh, yeah, no, that's true.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna stand here.
Oh,
If it's,
turn.
I'm gonna stand here if it's okay.
So the long run back. And John Morris predicted this, that no matter where they put this guard, as long as it was covering the top redstone, they'd be running it back into their own. Lots of options.
But the longer the run back, the more difficult the shot.
That's right. And they speculated where that top red one might end up. There's lots of options as long as they make contact with the rock in the rings.
Whoa! Right off. No.
He's not going to get the result he was looking for. And his shooter will roll over to the left-hand side.
We got a chance.
Yeah, an extra inch or two.
Hey, I want you to go tight right off the start.
Yeah.
They're just going to try to replace this guard. You can see that it needs to be high and touching the center line to protect Ferbey not coming around and bumping this one up onto his own and have all those results. So the higher this guard, the harder the run back, as Don said.
It's all there.
Room! Let it go!
Took a little bit more
Let it work,
ice.
boys.
Remember,
Clean
it needs to
halfway.
get to the center
on its
line.
own, tight.
Even if you, whoa, leave it.
Tight, tight.
Whoa. Whoa, Mark.
No picks, John. No
Whoa.
picks.
Doesn't matter. We need it high. We
Needs
need
to
it
curl
pick it.
lots.
It's halfway.
Whoa.
Never.
No.
Don't even
No.
finish it.
Line's good. Whoa.
Boy, Kev.
Deeper than they wanted to go.
That's the line they wanted, but that's exactly it, Don.
Throw, Kev.
A little tight.
Keep our shooter right there if we can.
Okay.
Get this one on the nose, drive this straight back into the red rock in the top of the 12-foot,
Nail it, Dave.
onto their own on the 4-foot, clear out at least one of those yellow stones.
Randy Ferbey attempted the same shot. He was trying to drive a much higher guard back into the pocket.
Abort.
Great shot by David Nedoin. They lie 2.
Gave him a pretty easy double.
But he feels he's left a pretty easy double there for Kevin Martin.
Well, you see, it just squirted out into the port, Don. Just that tiny fraction of an inch too
just a
far.
little more that way.
It's just a little key in.
No, actually, you just had to.
There's no way for
Keep it a little straighter.
I think this will run straight.
Yeah. Wonder if I can go through with the intern.
Looking wild.
I think it's easier with that out turn. At least we know what it's going to do.
Okay.
Kevin Martin does favor his in-turn, 86% to 70% his out-turn hit. Here's the port. You know, it's tight, though. If he gets through it, both of these red rocks are gone, and he'll lie 4. Against Ferbey, will have to be forced to draw full 8 for his 1 point.
With his final stone of this 4th end, a big shot for Kevin Martin, trying to get through the hole, trying to remove both Ferbey stones. And he's going to get one of them out of there, but not the way he intended. So now a draw fully into the 8-foot, and Nedoin can take the lead for Team Ferbey.
Didn't throw it hard enough.
Didn't throw it hard enough to get the double. Yeah.
This one was inside the line. The word, as I said, 16 percentage points difference between his out turn and in turn. You can see why he was narrow right from the word go. Sweepers weren't able to back it up. He was actually fortunate to have gotten rid of one of those red stones, Don. Now a draw for 2
Piece of 4.
to pull into the lead again.
Should slide good here, right? Yeah, should be fine.
Will we go to 5 with Ferbey ahead, or will it be a tie game? This will determine.
Line. Go. Line's good.
What we will see going to 5.
Go.
He needs full 8.
They're working hard here to get to the 8-foot.
Go.
One more.
Come on, go. Come on.
Go. Good sweep, guys.
He got it there, but not by much. So it's a score of 2 on N4 for the Randy Ferbey team. They lead by a point as we get set for 5.
Oh, it's slower there.
Or 2, I mean.
Well, the defending champion trails by 1. Kevin Martin makes a contribution to curling in this country. Apart from what he does on the ice, he holds a junior bonspiel each year in Edmonton. This will be the 9th annual, April the 20th to the 22nd at the Saville Sports Center and the Jasper Place Curling Club. So the 9th annual Kevin Martin Junior Spiel, April the 20th to the 22nd.
Well, Dave Nedoin needs to thank Rock and Pfeiffer for sweeping his last stone just a couple of inches past the rock belonging to Kevin Martin to get that 2nd point.
Nope, it's real good.
Halfway.
Keep that right now. I guess.
Ben Hebert, despite the fact he's only 23 years of age, has now played in 3 Briers.
Wait, Benny.
Mark.
He's played in a junior championship, and he's played in a mixed championship, and he's played as an alternate in the World Championship and in 2 previous Canada Cups.
It's an unbelievable career for this young man. As I said, moving to Alberta last summer.
It's a 3
from
for sure.
Saskatchewan, Regina, Saskatchewan, to join this team. It's just an amazing career.
Might be in.
I did all that just so you would have an opportunity to mention
I knew
Regina.
you were going to do that.
Sure, Marty. Nice shot.
Marcel Rock on the center line, protecting the shot stone, sitting in the 8.
It's top 12, eh?
And so far, perfect for both leads. Ben Hebert being asked for the freeze now. This is the most difficult of the first 4 shots thrown so far.
Only if we have to.
No, you don't have to.
Can we go behind?
No, it's
Line's
close.
good. Looks like it's coming down.
Yep.
Line's good.
Hard. Wow. Well, forget it. Whoa, we're about half rock. It just took off. That 5 might be just a little bit more mover, eh?
No, I think it just grabbed.
It was trapped up a little bit.
Grabbed. That's right.
Okay. Good throw. Threw it good.
Jeez, it wasn't that heavy, eh?
A reminder, the World Aquatics Championships from Melbourne, Australia come your way next weekend on Saturday, March 24th at 1:30 Eastern Time and Sunday at noon local times. Just the start of 9 days of swimming, diving, water polo, and synchronized swimming from the land down under.
Clean. Yep. Slow. Slow. Very nice.
Good roll to lie 2.
It was like this yesterday, though. Not real good. Oh, yeah.
And that's just Randy Ferbey. I was actually talking with Kevin Martin about the change in the ice.
Good.
Okay.
And this happens occasionally when ice maker is. Yesterday we saw a lot of frost come into the game by about halfway, and one of the ways that the ice maker will combat frost, or the anticipation that there will be frost, is by keeping the ice surface a little bit colder, and when they do that, it's a little bit straighter.
No, John.
No.
Whoa.
No.
Dead not. Oh, touch it.
A jam on the shot stone. Team Ferbey still lies 2.
1.
What a game Scott Pfeiffer is having at second
It's almost
stone.
easier for you and I to nose when we throw it hard.
Oh, I can't believe we didn't throw that with feel.
It's true.
Hasn't missed a shot yet, according to the statisticians.
Split center. Yep.
3. Right here. 3.
3.
Hold
We
on.
need to try to
3.
get to the center
3.
line, and a 3 is tight to the house.
No bump.
We're almost to that yellow.
Yeah, we're freezing to the yellow.
Not quite there.
Yep, we're freezing to it.
No, we're not. Freeze, okay.
Whoa.
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 Yeah, we're freezing.
I talked about the career of Ben Hebert. Scott Pfeiffer hasn't had a bad career either, with his success with the Ferbey rink at the Briar and the World
There's a hole,
Championships.
too, if you want
Twice
another
a
hole. You
junior
take the-
champion with 2
but
different
it's-
skips. 94, Colin
only
Davison.
seconds last rock.
97 with Ryan Keane. And he also won a World Championship, junior
not like the
championship
same
in
shot.
1994.
Roll here. That's pretty
Stay
good.
here, high,
Throw the one
Marcus.
on the 8 foot.
Normal weight. Same shot.
Tell me
same
one
throw.
feel.
Talk to him, Mark, if you feel more
Throw
comfortable.
it. Kev, I don't mind throwing a little more weight to make sure we get rid of it.
All right.
I'll just throw firm. I won't throw it too hard.
It's a good communication, and Kevin Martin just tighten up the broom for him. If he's more comfortable, really wants to throw more weight, let him.
Yep.
The call is a run back to split out the red stone that's in the 8 foot.
Roll. Whoa. No roll.
It's good.
That's it. Beautiful.
He lined up.
The shot he wanted to throw, and Kevin Martin agreed.
I'll guard it.
These are so difficult. And these
Come around this way.
players make it look so easy, Don. These are tough shots.
I don't mind that. Not yellow. Oh, he's just drawing around.
He's going to go around.
We come this way then, because that's not.
It's not an easy one. Even
It's
John
not
can make
easy.
that one.
Set.
Like,
It's just loaded so easy to roll behind.
Even John can make that one.
I could maybe.
We're playing the same shot I
You
did.
could probably make that one.
What's guarded?
We're playing the same shot I did.
Are we full 8?
Tap it a touch.
Just not even.
No, we're not. We're full 12. So anything he gets.
I mean, if we draw around, that'd be the best shot, I think.
How close are those yellows? Is there?
We take the guard, it's not the worst. Hey,
Okay.
go around.
Whatever.
I mentioned
Just
earlier
again.
how much respect these two teams have for their opposition. And you heard Ferbey say to Hebert and Kennedy,
That good?
John
Smidge
Morris
more.
can make the shot. And then he jokingly said to Marcel Rock, even you could make it.
Yeah. John Morris did play with this team sub for them a couple of years ago when they traveled to internationally.
Make sure it's here. Line's real good.
The discussion was about whether they should throw a guard or this draw around.
Still slide.
Has he got enough
The
weight
corner?
to get there, though? He rubs on
All right.
The Martin stone out front, so now a run back opportunity for John Morris.
And that was just underthrown, Don. That's why it over curled. It just didn't have enough weight to get there.
Control. Control.
This is a big shot for John Morris, although it looks pretty simple. You just want to get as close to the nose as possible, run a second Yellowstone back onto the red stone in the 12-foot.
Oh, don't jump.
Oh!
Earlier in this game, this was a very straight spot.
Shooter!
Trying to run two of his own back onto the shot rock. Mission accomplished for John Morris.
Shot, man. Good.
Oh boy.
You can get them all if you hit this just off nose.
In the pregame, you talked about the key battle being at third stone, Morris and
Try to
Ferbey.
leave it though. If we have to hammer it.
Both men have played well.
Quarters of a rock. Even half a rock might get it, but it might be too thin then.
Half.
Half might be too thin.
I don't think so.
No? Okay. He's just drawing, but...
Well, what do you want? Do you want to save that?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you could always tap.
That's what I'm saying. Save that and punch that in there? Oh, it's not bad.
It's not the worst, because it's well protected if you get it in. Okay.
I don't mind this. Okay.
If he makes this tap back, as he said, saving the run back on the other two.
You're a 4 there. Is that good for ice?
You're a 4.
I'm just trying to tap it back on a bit of an angle. It'll
7,
be in behind all
9,
that mess
10.
of yellow.
Whoa, then. Lots of weight.
A 10 is too heavy. That'll tap this rock right to the back 12.
How big is it? 7.
Go
7.
again.
Yep.
Picking.
Pick yep. Hard.
You heard them say picking,
Go, go, go.
and that turned out to be a benefit as they tap it back perfectly into the 4.
You're right, Don. Very fortunate that that rock slowed down.
Even top 8's not horrible.
And they were worried that
Checked
this
right before the
was
hog
too
line a little
heavy. You
bit. I
see
didn't
it
change
stop
it.
turning,
We're still going to be okay.
That was good.
picked up some debris.
Good shot.
Remote control on that one.
What's that?
Remote control on
Yeah,
that
no
one.
kidding.
If we can get full top 4, bite top 4.
Okay.
I think I need a hair last, maybe.
75, John. 72.
No, that's good.
Morris with his previous
line
stone
only.
in this hand made the
Wait's
run
close.
back,
Line's
now
good.
attempting
Room,
the
room.
draw
No, line's
behind
good.
those
Bite
stones.
top 4.
Room.
Whoa.
Plenty of room.
Oh, where's the weight?
Weight's
Real close. Plenty of room.
Top 4.
Wow.
Oh, line's perfect. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Needs
Oh,
to
it's all
die.
there.
Needs
Whoa,
to
it's all
die.
there.
Needs to die. Whoa, needs to die.
Nice touch.
Good shot, John.
Beautiful shot.
Not very John.
Good boy. Yeah, we can't move it, otherwise you're rolling these guys.
Well, you can move it with an 8 or something.
If your nose, you can nudge an inch.
What's that?
If your nose, you can nudge an inch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An inch, no more though.
See the ice? Randy. Randy.
Sorry.
With those guards out front, all that Dave Nettewin can do is come down and freeze, and they talk about if they're going to nudge it, they can only nudge it a couple of inches. Because if they threw enough weight to move it, it would roll out into the open and allow Kevin Martin a hit and roll to get a couple points here in this fifth end. So they know the freeze is the call.
Martin trying to, or Nettewin, I should say, trying to follow the same path
Just for line. Well then.
as the rock that John Morris just traveled.
Bumping. Whoa.
Clean, whoa.
Line's good. Yeah. Hard. Hard. Bump. Hard. Hard. Whoa. Hard. Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa. No, it's me pretty good. Throw. Shot.
Good
Very
shot.
nice.
That's right.
And that is about as good as that
he's
shot could
guarding.
get.
And then,
He's got an out-turn draw first too.
well, we can guard that.
We can guard that. Unless we want to go after it.
How?
Run.
What, that red one? How do we do that, though?
What's ideal, Kev? Halfway.
Already thinking ahead to what Nedwin might do with his final stone.
Talking about the red guard on the Strauss logo. Dangerous.
Halfway tight.
They know
let
that
it
Kevin
curl.
Martin is
Let it work.
guarding his 1 point.
Let it work.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
When this
We need
guard
it to
comes
curl
to
so we have a
rest,
sniff on our last one. For line's
Line's good.
yeah,
Line's
you
good.
can hear John Morris talk
Close.
about
Do you wanna hook it
they
up?
don't
No,
want to
that's
guard
good.
the
Yep.
path
Pretty
that
tight,
Kevin
guys.
Martin
Yep.
will have for his second
Good.
point.
Yep. Good, good. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Good. Whoa.
Boy.
You can see he'd have to come
have for
full
two?
4 foot,
Oh, look, now
almost
they go.
button for his second point, so they can guard that path.
Can you do anything with that?
Can we use that? Can we use this for anything? Guess it's dangerous, but
I can't use the red. No.
I don't think it's there myself, but
No, just guard.
just go here.
No, I'm just making sure he can't do
Yeah.
anything with this. Can he?
What
Not
if
to get
you,
too-
We're making this too difficult.
no, no.
Well, I'm just making sure he can't do anything with this, Scott. I don't think he can.
What if you, you think you clip this if you hair this thing with peel weight? No, it goes by it?
too.
Well, I know it's going off too, but still, but is it?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. Okay. Pick up our.
Want-
He's got nothing there with,
want
that,
the
with
intern?
those yellows. I don't
Want the
think so.
intern?
What?
Want the intern?
Oh, I don't care. Sure, whatever. Let's just see where it is. Okay.
They just want to block. If they throw a guard up here, they want to block Kevin Martin's draw to come in
All right.
for the second point. So they just want to make this as difficult as possible. All the other discussion was to make sure that Kevin Martin didn't have some sort of triple raise back to get more than one, and see whether, and then also the discussion of whether they had an opportunity to get
One,
shot
two.
stone. So now it's just the guarding of the path for the second point.
Now, despite the fact there are those 5 yellow stones sitting out front, I don't think there are any angles that would enable Kevin Martin to try a run back to get more than a single point here. And now they're just trying to block any attempt at a draw to the button to score a deuce.
Yeah, here's a sharpshooter we never thought he'd throw.
I know. We know it's there.
It's got
Yeah,
a
right,
three.
whack it right in the crotch.
Thank God it's ours. But
Okay.
Could give up
Or-
a steal though.
This goes too.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Spins
I
right.
don't think so. It's
pretty close.
Unless you can hit the
Can't
back one
hit
thin
this
enough
red
to-
one, and it can't really go wider than this.
The red run?
straight
Well, my
across.
weight's good.
Well, you lose all yours.
About-
Running your red one?
Hack weight with hit 3/4 of it.
And then it'll spin pretty close to here.
Okay.
That's probably safer than that.
Could give up one.
Yeah.
That's enough.
I like giving this.
I
a
kind of
go.
like that, but something like that with hack.
been some
pretty
danger.
close.
I think it's
Yeah,
just.
this is the right call.
Yeah, come pretty. Yeah, 3/4, eh?
Yeah. Well, I don't think it matters
Take it
a
off
bunch.
our
I don't
own
think
and
it's
screw
hitting
it
that
in.
red one.
Okay.
It's just a
I
matter.
agree.
Of,
I agree. It's pretty safe.
it's the weight control that's a trick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think hack, you're pretty close.
I'm thinking hack. Yeah.
Hack weight, Kev?
About hack would be close. Yeah.
What do you got to hit of that red one? Almost nose?
They're looking at
Or the yellow
promoting
one, sorry.
this
Doesn't
one,
really matter. It's going to spin in the right place. It's
Off
just
of
a matter
their
of the weight.
own.
That's the trick.
Okay.
and then it's going
So
to
we hack and
spin
see.
into here. And as he said, it's all about the right weight, Don, as much as it is
Weight's close.
about
Yep.
coming off of their own.
Right there. Yep.
Yep.
What's the degree of difficulty on this one for the scorers?
Oh, incredibly hard.
Holy shit.
This is another outturned Kevin Martin. It is just inside again.
This makes you look like an idiot out here. Like, fuck.
So it's a single point for Kevin Martin to tie the game at 5 through 5 ends of play in this 2007 Strauss Canada Cup in Kamloops. As we mentioned, Randy Ferbey defeating John Morris. The first 2 years this Canada Cup was played here at the Interior Savings Centre in Kamloops. And then for the last 2 years, it was Kevin Martin winning the championship. And Kevin Martin last year defeated Glenn Howard to claim the title. Glenn Howard, of course, the reigning Brier champion. He defeated Brad Gushu last weekend in Hamilton to claim the title, and will go on to represent Canada at the Men's World Championship.
Make it real good.
Weight's good.
That will take place in Edmonton.
No, it's not. Make it good, Mark.
Oh, easy, Mark. Easy, easy. That's good. Wait. Go on, Benny.
Girl. Give me the edge of the forefoot. Pick up our time.
Which side?
Nice weight.
My side.
Oh.
March 31, April 8th, the date for the Men's World Championship at Rexall Place in Edmonton. And we'll have coverage of the semi-final on the 7th and the final on the 8th on CBC television. Prior to that, however, we've got the semi-final and the final from the Women's World Championship in Japan coming your way next Saturday and Sunday. And Canada's Kelly Scott off to a great start, winning her first 4 games. 2 big wins today over the defending champion Annette Norberg of Sweden and Debbie McCormick of the United States.
No. Yeah, I know. Weight's good. Just clean. Clean.
Line's good. All weight.
This 6th end starting off the same way as many of the ends
Gotta bite
have
the center line, Mark.
in this game. As we said, the leads have been playing so very well, placing the rocks perfectly. First one in the house,
Real
and then
hard.
the second one for Ben Hebert, trying to guard nice and tight to the ring. It's just perfect.
Fine, don't switch. I don't care.
7.
Whoa. Center line.
Pump big.
Got room.
7. No, all there.
Whoa, fight.
It's just small tap.
Bye-bye. Dave. No, we're okay. Whoa.
Just want to talk to that call for Dave to sweep or for the sweepers to switch. We do hear this with some of the teams. The idea being that when you are brushing, that your downstroke is more powerful than the backstroke, and often sweepers will be more on one corner of the running surface of the stone than the other, and that you actually lead a rock to where you want it to go. So if you want it to curl with that in turn, you want the sweeper with the downstroke on the outside part of the running surface, lead it to where you want. And it's very technical, Don, but you will hear them refer to it.
Didn't the British team for the Olympic Games take the technical aspect to a new level? Mike Hay, the national team coach, they had computers, they had all sorts of
12, isn't it?
information being generated by computers in the brushes, that sort of thing, to try and figure out the best method of brushing a stone.
What do you need to hit?
Didn't work out in Toronto, though.
Okay.
Well, the idea being that all the top teams in Canada and in the world, there's so very little to choose from in between, because in shot making, they're all very, very good. So you want that to get whatever tiny little bit of edge you can in the brushing.
Close.
No.
Whoa, Marty. Center. It's got to at least get the center.
Oh, very good.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
Pushing it cleanly past the 2 stones in the rings.
Guard the red one.
Just remembering here, Randy Ferbey's team has last rock. It is all tied up.
I like this. Nice and high.
Kevin Martin has shot stone right now, so you can see the call.
Guard that red one.
Guarding the run back on the red one, on the red guard.
Sarah.
Again, as Don has pointed out, so much respect for the abilities of every member on these 2 teams.
It's going to over-curl a bit. Get it over. Help. Hey.
They wanted this high.
Oh. No, forget it.
How does that make any sense?
Wow.
You thought I was good, didn't you?
I thought you were good.
Yeah.
You don't expect to see
We got a 4.
a hogged stone, particularly at this stage of a game, and from these curlers.
It just adds to the confusion. And did I throw it that light?
center,
Did it catch some debris?
Whoa.
It just adds that element of doubt.
Hard! Hard! Whoa!
Jeez, that backed right off.
What the? No. That was amazing. It was on the nose.
Said?
It had nose.
You didn't broom it?
No.
No,
That was weird.
What the hell happened?
I don't know.
yikes.
That fell back 6 inches. Yeah. It wasn't even
I don't
close.
think so.
No, it fell back.
Did you see as it was curling into the center line, it actually started to fall back away again, just about the hog line. And the question by Kevin Martin was, did you burn it
What do you
with
think?
your rock? I think it actually caught some
Guard's pretty
debris.
dangerous.
It stopped
They go here
turning,
next.
Don, for sure. The
One
rotation
reason we're
stopped.
done. I think we better freeze, eh?
Okay.
Both teams so
If we get to the
confused
nose,
by
tap it
what's
back a little,
happening
that's pretty
today.
good.
Okay.
And when you go to the sixth end, because the big mops go up and down the ice, it does change things.
70.
And teams have to be fully aware of that, but these two teams are certainly experienced enough to be aware of that fact. But,
And they're
but
not-
both were caught by surprise with the way Stones reacted here on this sixth end.
Hard! Hard line! Hard! Hard! Come on, Mark! Okay, whoa.
Hard. Keep it going.
Hard!
Hard.
Whoa, whoa, yep.
Hard. Keep it going.
Whoa.
Good.
I'm trying to throw her soft so she'll curl.
Well, mine curled though.
That overcurled. They were trying to come right into the house, Don, with that rock.
Nose.
On you
Just
guys.
nose.
Hey, we're trying.
Oh,
We're trying as hard as we can. But
chill out.
Jesus. We don't have
Okay.
to roll 'em.
What? Chill out, okay? It's the toughest game we've got all week because of the ice conditions.
I say just rip
No
it.
point getting negative. It doesn't help us one bit.
I'm not getting negative. I'm just saying.
What are you trying to do?
Trying to get rid of theirs, I guess.
They're one in the house, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, we have to, don't we?
Does it come onto our red?
No, ideally, if we hit it, we gotta hit it just on this side.
Wait, well, you got to hit it just right here.
No, the other side. Then what was?
Well, you hit
Just
it the
off.
other side, you're losing this one rock.
No, roll behind this one.
What's that?
Okay.
Just
Oh,
like
you-
straight
no,
back
you
out here.
It'll stay behind the guard. Close. Whoa.
Whoa.
Ferbey trying to run this Martin Stone back into the two there, and he's successful. And the guard stays out front.
And that will just add to the frustration that's already being shown by all members of Kevin
looked like a pick,
Martin's
too.
team. They thought that might have grabbed something as well. It was well out there.
Well, it was almost like somebody kicked. Seriously, but it wasn't though. But it.
Whoa.
Really big push here by
Shooter.
John Morris, just threw this offline. Kevin Martin's team really needs to get together right now and calm down.
I think a guard, Dave.
Guard it.
You heard John Morris earlier talking to two former teammates of his, Mark Kennedy and Ben Hebert, when he skipped in the past in the Canada Cup. Just trying to settle things down.
A tight guard. Three. Well, then.
Get back on a positive note.
Well,
And that's just
clean.
one of the
It's
things
over.
that
Yep,
happens when
get
you
it in.
put together a new team, is you
Hard,
find
get
out
it
when you should
Hard.
talk to your teammates and
Hard.
how.
Hard. 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 Hard.
Whoa.
Okay.
Just snapping out there.
That one might have picked already.
Well, it kind of went like theirs, but
I don't think we can
it
knock
shouldn't
ours
be
in.
coming down. I don't know where to put the ring now.
Have a run
But
at
if you have a come around.
Maybe a little more.
would've
Mine
thought
might curl a little.
Okay.
So obviously a double is being called here by Kevin Martin. He did look and see whether he'd go to the right and come in off of that Yellowstone that's guarding right now and try to get two into the rings. He doesn't think that that's possible. We'll try to get rid of the two red stones, though.
Hard. Whoa. Hard.
Yep.
Kevin Martin attempting
Get the
to
yellow, get the
drive
yellow.
the red back onto the other red, and he not only gets rid of both of them, he nudges his own yellow in for a bite of the 12.
And that
was a real
yellow
good
one
throw.
also was behind the corner guard. That's a good comment by John Morris. Kevin has struggled with his out turn. That was another one, and he threw it beautifully.
Kevin's didn't move much here in the first end, but as long as you get half bird. Yeah.
Go with what we're seeing now, not what was then.
Yeah.
The winner picks up a check for $25,000. Second place, $10,000 less. So from a financial standpoint, there's a lot at stake for these two teams in this 2007 Strauss Canada Cup Championship.
5. Line's a little tight. Yep. 6. Line only. Line's good. Weight's good. Room. Line's gonna be tight. No, it's not.
Room.
All there. 7.
Randy Ferbey say that he didn't know where to put the broom down for this draw. His really over curled in this spot.
Yeah. Go. Hard now.
Want a lot of separation between his and the yellow guard that'll get run back by Kevin Martin.
Well, dude. Next week, guys. One's in, eh?
So it's a good shot by Dave Nedwin.
More there than
I know. Kevin couldn't curl in there in first end.
Yeah, I know.
Or no, first end? No, second end.
It's a little wider. I don't think it'll move.
Flap though.
No, it's just curling.
So as I said, a run back. He'd like to stick that yellow one and have his guard stay here, force Dave Nedwin to a draw to the 4-foot for just the 1 point.
A second run back attempt on this end for Kevin Martin.
Yep.
He has struggled a little through the first 5 ends of this game. And he gets enough of the Ferbey stone to remove it, and with the biter on the edge of the 12 behind cover, with the final stone now, David Nedwin is
there's a ridge there.
going to have to draw for a point.
I don't think it's anything. There's just a whole bunch of ridges out here.
And you could hear Kevin Martin talking about trying to figure out this ice, what's going on. This is a small victory for Kevin Martin, forcing Dave Nedwin to draw for his single point, only getting one in this tie game.
Well, his first run back not only got rid of the 2 Randy Ferbey stones, but it was big in that it nudged the stone sitting out front just for a bite of the 12. And that forced this draw attempt for a point, and you see the rock beginning to move as it picked up something as it was making its way down the ice, but it is going to be okay. He's got the right weight for a single point.
Oh no, that was the same ice I just had.
That was a good come around.
Well, the ice is proving somewhat confusing to the curlers. 4 ends remain with Team Ferbey in front by a point. Welcome back to the Interior Savings Center in Kamloops. Team Ferbey leading Team Martin, 4 ends remaining by a single point. I talked about the monetary reward for the 2 teams playing in this championship. In addition, a berth into the 2007 Continental Cup of Curling, December 13 to 16 in Medicine Hat. Then a berth in next year's Strauss Canada Cup in Kamloops, February 26th to March the 2nd. And you become one of the 16 teams eligible for the 2009 Canadian Curling Trials qualifier. So there's a lot on the line for these 2 teams.
Yeah. Good. Brother knows, need a stick on this one, buddy.
Marcel Rock and Ben Hebert having a great battle at lead stone.
This is a very unusual call by Kevin Martin not to ignore this rock.
Thanks, John.
In the 4-foot and to throw a guard. So the obvious reason for him doing this is that he'd like to play a blank on this end and score on the 8.
Huh? Or what's he gonna do? Just throw it in and throw it back? Probably. No, I don't mind playing it. Blank the next one.
And you can hear that is Scott Pfeiffer and Dave Nedwin talk about strategy, trying to force some play here in the 7th end. They are surprised to see Kevin Martin play this end wide open.
Well, it's rapid fire shot making by Martin and Ferbey here on end number 7, with Ferbey protecting a 1-point lead.
Whoa.
Just bumper.
Still think we should feel
Clean.
it.
Whoa.
Should maybe clean those.
From the outset, Kevin Martin on this 7th end, attempting the blank. To retain last rock advantage into end number 8. And when you talk to curlers about scoring in a game, the 8th end is always the end they talk about as being so important.
Well, it certainly used to be very important, Don, in the old rules and in the 3-rock rule. But now that it's 4-rock rule, it's a little bit dicier, and people have changed their mind in terms of what they have to see happen. Kevin Martin, by calling the blank here in the 7th, or I'm going to assume that that's how this is going to play out here in the 7th, is assuming that he will get 2 points in the 8th end. If he only gets 1 point, he is 1 down. It'll be tie game, and then the advantage goes to Ferbey. Very interesting strategy, and I guess we'll see whether it works out for him.
Good.
And we also have to remember that the Kevin Martin's team, this is a team that has been very frustrated over the last several ends with what their rocks are doing. When you throw a clean end like this, it kind of settles everyone down. And there may be more factors to this strategy choice than just wanting to retain last rock into the 8th.
Going in? Scotty, going in? Yeah, we're in. Okay.
This is why the introduction of the free guard zone was so important to the sport of curling. Team starting with last rock advantage on the 1st end under the old rules had a huge advantage.
Now here's an example, just slipping behind the tee line. Another choice for Kevin Martin would be to freeze to that one. But as you said, Don, it's pretty clear that he's playing for a blank.
Clean, it's fine. Throw, John.
Yeah, you used to see a lot of this, and of course Randy Ferbey is certainly familiar with it, because when he won 2 Briers playing 3rd for Pat Ryan in 1988 and 1989, it was bang, bang, bang.
And I'm not saying that that's an easy way to win games. It's actually very precise, Don, and a lot of pressure. But it's not as entertaining for the fans, but also even for the players. Having been around this game a long time and played the old rules and now the 4-rock rule, this is way more fun for the players and spectators.
Clean. Yep. Hard.
Hard.
Hard,
guys.
guys.
Hard.
Going. Hard. Hard for peace. Okay. Also, wow. Okay. Fine.
Still confused by the amount of curl there is to some of these stones. Just not sure if it's spots or the way that his teammates are releasing the stones or the weights that they're using for the hits.
Well, we talked about the things at stake in this championship game. The big carrot, apart from the money, is the opportunity to get into that 2009 Canadian Curling Trials qualifier.
And that's a real change, Don, from the last 2 Canadian Olympic trials, which were the designated events in which you would get direct berths to the trials.
Does he look less than Ferbey?
Now they have developed a pool of 16 teams, so several ways that you would get to a pre-trials qualifier, and of that pool of 16, the teams that have the top CTRS ranking, top 4 teams will go directly to the trials, and the other 12 will play off for the remaining 4 spots. So it's a much more complicated system, Don, but the idea is to make sure that teams have won something big to get all the way to the trials. In the past, runners-up to events would have got the spot
Okay.
if the winner of the event already had a trial spot. So this is a way of making sure that didn't happen.
Well, that's what happened in 2005 when the Ferbey team was so dominant, and teams that were runner-up, even a third-place finish at the Brier, provided a spot in the trials. That will no longer be possible. If a team wins any 3 of the 9 specific events, the Brier, the Tournament of Hearts, the Canada Cup, or Players' Championship, they are automatically into the top teams that get a spot in the Olympic trials.
The whole end has been played for this shot, and that is the blank.
He just wanted to hammer the evens.
And there you go. The agreed upon strategy is that Kevin Martin wanted to carry this over. And like I said, he played the whole end for this shot. The pressure is on now to make sure he makes the peel and blank the end.
Yeah, this would be a mistake if he didn't roll that shooter out of the rings, because all his effort in starting out to blank this end would be for naught, but he is successful in rolling out. So the score holds at Ferbey leading by a point, and Martin also holds last rock advantage into 8.
The Strauss Herbey,
where we have 3 ends remaining in this Strauss Canada Cup Championship game. Randy Ferbey leading by a point. Kevin Martin blanked end number 7 to retain last rock advantage into end number 8.
Oh. Still on that.
What will his strategy be here?
Well,
is he going to try and blank all the way to 10?
No, I would think he'd be going quite hard for his 2 points. Marcel Rock wanting to keep this in the top 4 foot. He'll go for a corner guard now, will be called by Kevin Martin. Now, different ice surfaces would dictate the placement of this corner guard, and
A little extra room.
Tons of room, man.
It's a centerline guard.
elite curlers know how important it is where you place this,
Let it grab, let it grab.
this rock.
It's pretty tight
Because the
already.
rock, because these ice isn't as aggressive, or the rocks aren't aggressive, not with a lot of curl. You don't want them tight to the house, because then it's hard to curl around them and get buried around them. But you do not want to block the path to the 4 foot.
3, yeah.
It's all there.
It's real tight.
3, 4.
oh, then 4 is too deep.
I know. It's just 3. 4. It's just 3.
They would like the tight guard, which
It'll
is
die.
the 3. They're hoping
It's
that
3.
this will stop in time.
How's the line?
That's good.
Oh. Shot.
Nice throw.
Providing cover for the stone sitting on the button.
Mark.
Yeah. Prince? Oh.
Kevin Martin wants Ben Hebert to draw down to it.
It's heavy.
It's good.
Yep.
Weight's close.
Hard line. Hard line. Room.
Line only.
Whoa. Oh. No.
Weight's
Whoa.
Okay.
Weight's
room.
good.
Line's
Gotta go
real
a bit.
good.
Gotta go.
Hard, that line's good.
Whoa. Whoa. Sliding good. Whoa.
Oh, you do not have to go, John.
Nice shot.
Nice
Ben.
shot by
Good, Ben.
Hebert indeed to come down on top of the stone. Are you as smart as you think you are? Well, find out on Test the Nation IQ. It's Canada's largest interactive IQ quiz. Play along at home by logging on to cbc.ca/testthenation.
Yep.
Following Canada's next great Prime Minister tonight at 8
6.
on CBC television.
Yep. Whoa. Line only. Whoa. Line only.
Off. Getting better.
Close. Yep. Hard.
Hard, right up, hard.
Yep. Nice shot.
Beautiful shot. Scott Pfeiffer. Both
Back
he
4.
and
Back 8.
his rival second, Mark Kennedy, are left-handed.
I don't tap it through.
Obviously, the other half. The difference, I think, with Scott Pfeiffer's rocks is he doesn't throw a lot of rotation on his stones, and what happens then is they'll make a sudden move and curl more than
All
someone
there.
that has
Okay.
more spin
Line only,
on
Kev.
the
All there.
stones.
Close.
All there. Line only.
Oh.
Close, clean.
Whoa. Off.
All there.
Right.
Still.
Off. Whoa.
Come on, baby.
No.
No, John.
No.
Okay.
Ferbey is left lying 2.
Run it.
Playing 11 thin.
No, right here.
Okay.
Playing the double, the slash
Yeah, make the double.
Kind of wait. Do you just want to throw like bumper and stick around?
No, he just wants to get rid of the
You're
double.
not going to make the double.
Just make the double.
How much do you need, you know?
3/4.
It's a good conversation, because I agree with Randy Ferbey. If Scott Pfeiffer's rock
Clean.
noses,
Yep.
it'll
Yep.
give Kevin Martin an easier way into the
Hard.
4-foot. Playing the straight double
Hard.
to lose
Roll
the
it,
shooter.
Marty. Go, Marty, go.
He doesn't get the double. The shooter rolls over on the edge of the 8, and now Kevin Martin is going to try and take advantage of it.
And that's exactly what I was talking
Peel
about.
might go across the top. Normal weight.
Keep her good, Mark. Yeah. I don't think there's any much over the top action.
It's a big opportunity right now for Mark Kennedy to set up those 2 points that Kevin Martin so desperately needs here in the 8th end.
Whoa, guys. No.
Curl.
Haven't laid a brush to it.
Sake, man.
He gets a nose hit.
About half a rock, Randy.
And they continued to get confused. You saw Scott Pfeiffer's rock over curl there, and Mark Kennedy's not. And I'm suggesting that it has a lot to do with the release.
So another attempt at a slash double, this time by Randy Ferbey.
And there's obviously no way that you would keep your shooter here. They'd be very happy to get rid of both of these yellow stones.
Whoa! Right off.
Is he going to catch too little of this and jam it on his own? Ooh.
Got away with it. That was almost disaster for Randy Ferbey.
He can smile now, but he was concerned as the rock was making its way down the ice.
Yeah, as long as you're low side.
Okay.
Kind of weight you throwing?
I actually thought it was a bad.
John, what are you throwing?
So very close to a
I
straight
think we want to
jam.
keep her just throw peel.
Because he hits it on
Low
those,
side.
I mean, doubles it off, right? What's he trying to do? Just pick out the back one or something? Or
Nosy was close, eh?
Trying to run this back in, as you heard Randy Ferbey. The double will jam on his own at the back.
Whoa!
Morris trying to run his own back onto the Ferbey stone in the rings, and it jams. Still 2 lying there for Randy Ferbey.
That's a big miss for John Morris.
Okay.
Well, he could come around.
That was your big weight hits this end.
Guard, I guess, eh?
which one?
Yeah, I don't know. That's I was gonna ask you.
This?
Yeah.
He's got both run.
Let's try the intern come around.
Or this.
Intern come around?
What's that?
Intern come around is
Well,
not
I don't
bad.
like that. Let's call
What?
timeout.
What do you think?
Timeout. Time.
The concern is, of course, with the run back on either of
I
those
want to make a
2
wall for him.
yellow cards.
No, I come around as in right here. Still, he runs
He
that.
just nails this thing back and.
Well, we have to leave him something. You know what I mean?
Well, he
this
runs
one
this, he
here,
can run both.
this
He's
one
got
here,
this right
he
now.
might kill his own, right?
in the back.
Yeah.
Unless he sends it across the face.
He's drawing in there.
No, then if
Well, then that thing's gonna be wide open.
Yeah, that's true. And then this one's gone. What was that, Scott?
He's drawing in there.
He's drawing in there?
He's freezing one in there. I think he's gonna play a big shot in his last one.
you come here, you got to catch her for this.
Right
too.
here, then?
Yeah. All right, let's try it.
Okay.
Stay on less, because if we tick the guard, it's not the worst. Either just ticking.
Yeah.
They're talking about they would like to draw. Now, they finally came to the realization like to come down here. Now, Netherwind's concern is if they stop here, they create a wall, a bigger target for when Kevin Martin tries to run back either of these 2. So this has to
7.
be good.
Yep.
They're trying to come
All there.
around
Just
their
for line.
own
Just
red
for line.
stone.
Well then. Still there. Tee. Well then.
If it's behind the tee, there's something for Kevin Martin to freeze to as well.
Gonna give him a freeze. Yeah. Go all the way if you want. Go all the way.
Well, not too deep because. Hard.
Too heavy.
That's good.
Doesn't really change things.
No, had it stopped shorter, Don, that would have been a disaster as well.
Yeah.
What I like.
So now it's the run back and a second attempt from John Morris.
7/8. My side.
There are jam possibilities there depending on how he catches the top stone on the run back.
Oh, certainly, but there's a double and a stick as well. If he hits 7/8 of this rock on the center line, straight back into the top when he can double off the red and lie to.
Whoa, 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 whoa. No, right on the nose.
He removes one of the Ferbey stones, but that shot rock is still protected.
Actually, anywhere in this.
Anywhere, because if he runs it on here, it's just jamming.
Okay. It was normal down here.
Yeah, yeah, no, I know.
So you heard again, if they come in here, right in behind that guard, top four, will really,
If he's running, it's at least jamming on his own.
would really force Kevin Martin. You heard if he runs back that center line guard, the second redstone will jam on the back yellow.
So that's okay. Okay.
But once again, you would miss this shot by being a little bit short. You cannot be heavy behind the tee line.
Clean it. Yeah, real tight. 6. Line's good.
Line only.
Yep. Line's good. Wait, whoa, room. Whoa.
Room.
7, 8.
It's lots.
No good.
Just for line.
Flowing.
Whoa, that's
No,
good.
it's all
Still
there.
7.
No, whoa.
Oh, Betsy.
Oh, sit.
Again, they wanted the stone to dig in, and it goes a little too deep behind the tee line.
Sorry, guys.
So now there's a pocket there.
I don't even have much choice. If I don't make the run back, I don't have a shot.
Threw it a little tight and I had to jump it early.
If I try to run back and I don't make it, we are done.
No? You can't guard both run backs.
Even if I'm here, it's not horrible. Then I got the run back for 2. But I'd love to be able to get in there. Just bump it a bit. Get our point.
Okay. Dave threw it right there. I'll take just a hair more.
Do
Okay.
you want this one or? Sure. Yeah, you go fit with this. What are we looking for? 55?
You heard the discussion was whether they make this run back. If you make it perfect, you'll be sitting behind cover. But
There's a hole, eh?
the danger is that it is a very difficult shot. If he
Oh,
misses it, he'll have nothing left. He'll
Will
have
it finish
nothing
enough?
left on his last one, so he needs to come in here.
Just
Just
on 50,
bump
eh?
this
55-ish?
red
Yeah,
stone
just
back
drop.
just a tiny bit. Freeze tap.
Bump 2 inches for shot.
Okay.
Problem with running anything run back is if I don't make it.
Oh, I like this shot.
Yeah.
For sure.
Game's over if I don't make it.
Well, the strategy of
55
Kevin
now?
Martin on the
53, 55.
previous end was to blank to try and get 2 here on end number 8. He's in a struggle right now to try and get a point.
Should be all there. Mark, it's all there.
Hard line!
Hart went early.
Harder! Come on! Really gotta go!
They got to work.
They
to get
have to
this
really
high.
work on this one to get it past the stone sitting out front. They're by.
And this was all about line.
All right, John, go.
Sweepers really had no choice on that one. Their judgment didn't come into play at all.
Those are faster, remember last night? Yeah. Those are so much faster.
The one?
We're probably through the house with that.
Yeah, I got a 44. I thought we were hair hot.
Yeah.
And we hit it good. Okay.
Just want to sit 2 off this if we can.
Yeah. Play line.
Yeah.
That's a big mistake by Kevin Martin. That, as I said, that they had to sweep that one for line right out of his hand. He was inside the broom. And now a chance for Nedwin to get a little hit and roll and lie 2, and Kevin Martin will have a tough time scoring. So you can see he's going to come in here. He's going to move this one and try to roll
Touch more
into
than
here.
Touch more, yeah.
Nail it, Dave.
Big shot here on end number 8 for Dave Nedwin. He can really put pressure on Kevin Martin if he's successful with this.
8, 9, yep. Just for line. Whoa. Weight's fine.
Right off. Never.
9.
Never. By itself.
Oh, right off.
By itself.
Weight's real good.
Itself.
Weight's real good.
No, by itself.
Want to go?
Go.
Hard.
Size 2.
So now a question is whether there's a hit there for Kevin Martin.
That's ball game. It's not bad. Oh, sorry. Kind of picked there a little bit. I don't know if it I don't think he scored 2. I don't think so. Oh, easy. I mean, he's running that in for sure.
Get into this one.
Yeah.
Might skitter out of there. This one might count. Gotta make one of them go away though, for sure. Try to knock it right into the crotch of him. This one probably counts. Unless we can nut it.
Okay. I like it.
Well,
that's all we got.
because this,
If we hit this, we're
it's
toast.
not gonna hit it.
You have to hit this one.
Okay. This is that spot that runs real straight.
I'll watch. Okay.
It's a very difficult situation. Needs to run this back and just rub that first redstone onto that one. The question is whether this will come off of that redstone, and they think that this one would be the counter if it was perfect.
Well, the strategy of backfiring or blanking the last end may backfire here on Kevin Martin. His final stone on 8. He gets nothing. A steal of 2. So with 2 ends remaining, total control for Randy Ferbey. He's in front by 3. The first steal of the game could prove big in this Ferbey-Martin battle as both teams attempt to win the Strauss Canada Cup for a 3rd time. A 3-point lead with 2 ends remaining. Little frustration showing on the part of John Morris during the break. Slammed his brush on the ice and the head broke off. He had a frustrating moment at the Briar in Hamilton as well, where he snapped his brush across his knee.
And broke it in half. Randy Ferbey talked about this team, Kevin Martin team, if they get a 2-point lead, how very strong they are. But the reverse of that is if they're down in the game, that there is some problems with the mental toughness. The frustration shown by John Morris is hard on his entire team.
Tough to line
And
up.
it's not just John Morris, I shouldn't say that. All of them need to develop that. They are very hard on each other and themselves when things aren't going too well.
Hey, Benny.
Well, some of the problems that a new team put together just this year has to sort out. And they've had tremendous success already this year, qualifying for the Briar, getting to the semifinal or the Page playoff system game there, the 3-4 game. And they topped the money winning list this year. They have earnings of $114,000 coming into this event. They're going to get at least another $15,000 here.
Well, that's exactly it, Don. They have not had to face very much adversity. And Mike and I know, talk about this often, is that you don't learn a lot about your teammates or your strategy if you're winning. You do learn a lot from your losses, though, about each other and about how to change your strategy in these situations.
Well, see if it'll come down.
It's biting.
Oh, there it's spinning, guys. Watch it close. Good. Good job, Benny.
Good job, Benny.
Very nice.
Beginning Tuesday, March 20th, we've got the Figure Skating World Championships from Tokyo covered with live overnight coverage on CBC Country Canada and primetime broadcasts each evening on the full network at 8 local times. Check cbc.ca for details.
Pump it back. Stay right on the face.
Okay. Little tap.
Yeah, back 12.
So Mark Kennedy being asked just to bump back those red stones belonging to Ferbey. Just get one of them behind the tee line and stay frozen to the top one.
Hard line.
Tough shot. You need to hold the line on the top one.
Whoa.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Right in the nose, guys.
You ready? Yep. Hard.
All right, Kev, right back.
Very nice. Well done.
Shot, Mark.
Shot.
And I have to give credit to Mark Kennedy and
half a rock or what?
we are listening in sometimes during our commercial. He's been the team guy trying to keep buoy the spirits of his teammates when they're getting very upset.
Thanks.
Tough shot here from Pfeiffer.
Whoa.
Trying to run this guard into the side
Whoa.
of the Yellowstone in the house.
Oh, what a shot.
Good shot, great shot.
Well, when things are going well, I tell you, that's a fantastic shot by Scott Pfeiffer.
You know, like tapping it and making a pocket?
No.
That's beautiful.
Where am I? Am I through?
No, it's same weight. Same weight for sure, you're good. A little light. Back ring. Back tee right now.
Well, go ahead then. Gotta be back.
good.
Back 12.
Freeze.
Hard line.
Okay, whoa then.
Freeze.
Freeze. Okay, fine.
Freeze.
The call was to tap
guard,
this behind the tee line.
Oh my God.
They think this picked. Well, it obviously did.
Thought I was close.
You know, there are probably a lot of
I got a
competitive curlers who would agree with the strategy of Kevin Martin on the 7th end to get last rock into the 8th. But the strategy backfired when you don't get the 2 points that you're trying to score in the 8th end. And you give up a steal of 2.
Well, that's what that's what we talked about, Don. Had they even gotten 1 point, forced to their 1 point in 8, they're still in the game, and anything could have happened. They could force Ferbey to 1 and have that hammer coming home just like they wanted. And that's as we talked about yesterday, Don. Strategy in curling has so many factors to it. That's why it's so easy to second guess.
Well, there's a little difference in strategy. Ferbey versus Martin. The Ferbey team, if they get up a point or 2 points and they have last rock advantage, they'll try and hammer you. They'll try and put the game away.
You're right, and sometimes that backfires. They will go for the jugular and they'll keep putting rocks in play in those perfect positions and try to end the game. Kevin Martin's team, I think it's very safe to say, and we did see them in the slam event, they will run away with a lead. They'll start hitting everything in sight, and they are such
You'll lose your shooter too, it'll come off here and out.
Theirs is ahead of ours.
Unless you nut them almost in the crotch and spin it up here, but
Whatever.
Randy Ferbey, 6th time a Briar champion. Whatever.
Go, hard!
Needs to sweep this one.
Whoa, right off.
Sweep it back a bit, just pick out. Kevin Martin Stone, get it right out of play.
Good shot.
Nice throw.
Block the freeze, I think.
Lock it.
I can try it again. I don't know if it'll curl much more than that, but we'll give it a try. I think the out turn will curl a little more.
I like the freeze. I think our best chance is if we lock one.
Probably lock it with mine, though.
Sure.
Go around in yours.
I think we should try one more time back here.
Can I throw?
That in turn is pretty straight, though. I'd rather.
Yeah, do it.
Can I throw one of your rocks?
Sure. Throw the, probably the 1. Throw the 1. It'll curl a ton.
Remember, they moved these rocks around earlier in the game when they thought that this pair that originally belonged to Ben Hebert curled more than Kevin's original pair.
Now he's changed his mind to the in-turn because he thinks the rock that John Morris is going to throw will curl more.
Or they're trying to use the rock in the 4 foot as a guard and try to draw around it.
It's a curl.
Wait for it. How are we doing?
Line's pretty good.
The other strategy, of course, is to freeze to it or even to tap it back for a freeze for Kevin Martin on his next one.
Room all day.
Heart. This one
Room.
Heart. Right back 12.
Go, Randy. Go. Hard. Come on.
Great shot.
Didn't get it out.
Well, it's brilliant. That's as good as that shot gets. So now a question.
What a difference, eh?
For
that rock buried right in there.
For Ferbey, do you put a second rock in the rings?
You give him two something in the room.
Or do you try running your own back?
Like that?
I don't mind it. Yeah. Huh? Yeah. Okay.
What do we do?
You're on side. What's that? You're throwing the intern, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're drawing to the intern side to the 12-foot. They'll want this parallel with their own shot, so there is no double available for Kevin Martin. So they're looking to put this
just in case he goes around again. Yeah. Yeah, we want to make sure it stays in the 8-foot so he doesn't go around again.
So what? Let him go around.
Okay.
Ferbey team trying to prevent that stone biting the back of the 12 from coming into play on this 9th end.
The sweepers know how crucial this is. Rock placement is everything.
I don't know if you get.
Need to keep it parallel.
Well, we're giving a double.
Ugh,
Okay.
Sit.
Too far.
There's the double off the shot stone.
Kevin Martin is so good at this.
Oh. She had less ice too. Some more water there.
I'll throw John's.
Okay.
Believe it or not, Kevin Martin Dave Nedwin only had about a foot to put this stone. Had it been a little higher, the double would have been off of the one he just threw. Big weight off a shot stone over and move the second one right out of the rings.
Hard.
Trying to battle back, trailing by 3. Kevin Martin's first stone of this 9th end, trying to get rid of both Ferbey rocks.
Okay.
He won't move it far enough.
Over curled.
You don't think you can make the double with bumper?
Well,
Can you just roll center?
That's fine. I mean, if you roll this way, it's fine.
This is fine too.
Nose hit.
I'm saying nose is okay or roll far, yeah.
Yeah, it's a shot all day.
Well, nose is a tough double and stick too. Real tough. Yeah. But we'll try the roll.
I'm cleaning unless it's right off.
Well, nose isn't the worst, but I mean, obviously, if we roll far, it's better. Can I wait, throw?
No question about getting rid of this
What's
one.
the
The
ideal
question
roll?
is where the
Probably just,
shooter.
Well,
Here
ideal roll would be across center.
or
Right to center.
rolling over there. You heard Dave say, if you nose it, it is kind of a difficult double to stick the shooter on. It's easy to get rid of both red stones, but it's hard to count your shooter.
Clean. Yep.
Yep. Real hard. My hands. Felt real funny.
Hard. Hard. There go.
Oh, is this going to over curl?
Hard.
Has he missed it totally? No, he's going to get a piece of it. But
Felt funny as hell.
the shooter's going to roll out, so Kevin Martin has his chance now. 4-2.
That thing was pulling out of my hand, and I tried to get it back. Sorry, guys. Jeez.
It's just tough to predict.
Well, that's why I was going to throw less weight.
I know, but I think with all this frost, it might come down to like just through with board. Whatever you like.
Well, maybe end up with board. What I'm saying is, board weight. We need to make this shot. And I have no idea if it's going to curl or go straight. So why don't we just put ice here, and I'll just throw enough. I think the guys can hold it.
Okay, I think it's going to come down though for sure.
Yeah, but I got a curling rock here too.
Okay.
Give me a little more, John.
Okay.
I won't be heavy. We'll use the guys.
Make him do
Give me a little more.
on this ice against 2.
Good sweep, Marty.
A reprieve for Kevin Martin on this 9th end. With his first stone of this 9th end, he had a chance to lie 2 by making a double. He didn't get the stone sitting in the 12 out of play, but he gets another opportunity to score his deuce.
Well, it's a very routine shot, and he's got the entire house to roll to, but you can hear the doubt in their voice. That's just what's happening in this game, just not sure how this rock is going to react.
Just clean.
The only thing that makes the shot.
Yep. Clean. Yep.
Hard. Okay.
He appears to be right on line.
We're good.
Hard. 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 Right up.
Well done.
Right up.
Good shot.
Good shot, Kev.
So with the second opportunity to try and score his deuce, Kevin Martin comes through. He trails by a point going to 10, but doesn't have last rock.
Oh, nice come around, John. John, yours, excellent. Yes, so nice.
With the steal of 2 on end 8 by Randy Ferbey and a 3-point advantage, but a miss
Long
on the 9th end enabled Kevin Martin to get 2 right back, and he trails by 1, playing the 10th. During the break,
tough one,
players on both sides lamenting the fact that there have been misses. These two teams are such perfectionists that any little miscue and they really get upset.
Well, you're right, Don. It just puts in that seed of doubt.
I don't want to give him a better one, even to go by.
As to what you want to throw in your next one, where the rocks are going to go, what's happening, whether it's the way they're throwing the rocks, whether there's debris on the ice, whether the ice is changing from the beginning of the game. It'll be agreed by both teams. It is different today than what has been all week. Playing the tip shot here.
I thought you might get that. Follow that one. I guess that wouldn't have mattered anyway. You can peel it.
Probably with that weight, it would have knocked it into the boards, as Kevin Martin said.
Yeah.
Well, not if you hit it very, very thin. That was very close to being made.
Two guards either way if you play.
Go, Mark. Or Ben.
The game here.
If they ever try to double miss, we got one blocked.
Is that Kevin Martin's team with Ben Hebert trying to throw up 2 guards, but not group them so that there's a double peel. The common strategy is to throw one very tight to the rings and the other one very high, both on the center line. Ben Hebert's, I don't know if his first one picked or whether he threw it inside, but you see where his first one ended up is high and off to the corner.
What? You want to cross the face? Play the tick. Yeah. You want to cross the face or no?
I don't think so.
Okay. What do you like? Whatever you want.
This is still lead rock, so the appeal is not available.
Trying to play a tick shot again.
The question is whether they want to hit just the outside or try to come across the face to hit just a portion of this stone. They decided they're just going to hit the outside.
It's 11. No. Just got it back.
He's got nothing.
Okay.
And he's got nothing on this one.
No, just that last movement just was away and didn't give it a chance.
You're throwing the 2?
Well, the 2 stones out in front are certainly advantageous for Kevin Martin as he attempts to steal.
Keep him back,
Mark, keep him back, buttons.
Yeah.
Bite
then he
back
won't have a run.
Something like that.
70 even, Mark.
Yeah, I like 70.
Yeah.
So Mark Kennedy will try to get one in behind there. You know that Scott Pfeiffer will take a run at the double peel, Don.
Oh, it's pretty good.
I got a 60.
A lot of room.
A lot of weight.
Whoa, then.
Weight's okay. A little heavy, though.
Okay.
Coming down.
Lots of room. We're by the guard by a ton. Whoa, if you can.
Oh, we can.
For sure we can. Whoa.
Still want it
Close.
back T, though.
Curling pretty good now.
Oh, it's there.
Yep.
Whoa, it's there.
Whoa. That's good.
Shot, Mark.
Boy, Mark. Great shot.
Spot.
Boy, buddy.
I couldn't even walk in this frost.
You want to make the double peel?
Stopping me dead.
This one here? Get them all. No, I don't like that. No?
No, because you miss it, you just sock something in there.
Yeah, worst case here you got the other shot.
You heard Hebert and Kennedy talking about the frost and how difficult it is even walking in it now along the side of the sheet.
Okay.
Scott Pfeiffer with the opportunity to peel, and he gets rid of the stone on the center line.
And Ferbey with the 1-point lead with Hammer, not willing to take the risk by throwing the double peel, although I'm surprised he didn't take a run at it.
Halfway tight, doesn't really matter.
You see how the frost is building up on the playing surface.
Good.
It's not heavy.
It's good.
Should be cool.
Oh, it's got something.
Oh, John.
Grab him. Oh. Grab him.
Try to keep it straight.
Easy, guys. Easy.
Clean.
Easy,
Clean.
just clean.
Weight's good.
Clean.
Just
Well
clean.
swept. Real well swept.
Just clean. Oh. Boy, Mark.
Good sweeping. Well done.
Kevin Martin complimenting Morris and Hebert on the brushing job they did.
It's a good throw here by Scott Pfeiffer, just a single peel.
Probably.
No.
No, well, we can just follow on the button and then he's steal.
He just noses that and then we're in trouble.
During the break, John Morris said to Kevin Martin, thanks for letting me use your rock, because it was his stone that went to the back of the 12 for a biter that set up the deuce for Kevin Martin on 9.
Well, if you can.
He can hit.
You need to bite center.
I wonder if he's given that stone back to Kevin for the second.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, that's good.
Good. Shot.
Yeah, no sense needing a rock that curls more when you're just throwing guards. Kevin Martin may need a rock with a little bit more hook to it when it gets down to his shots.
And they have the opportunity to choose rocks for this championship game from all the rocks that have been in play during the competition.
Clean, yep. Clean. Whoa.
And all of these top competitive teams now have books on rocks in every event in which they play.
That's right. They will have documented these rocks, and they, as you said, Don, they've won this event. These two teams, both 2 wins each. They would have all the documentation on what the rocks were doing every year.
A little less weight, eh?
No, it's about the same. It's about the same. It's about halfway.
And the sweepers
the curl again.
The heavy clean.
Let it work if you can, boys.
Line's good. Line's good. Halfway.
Oh, just clean. Whoa, just clean. Halfway.
Clean. Nice.
Now, Joan, I'm going to ask you the question that I'm sure some curling fans would like an answer to. Why would some rocks be different than others?
Well, it's all to do with the running surface of underneath. When they turn it over to clean, you're just cleaning that very small running surface underneath the rock. The very slight differences in that running surface, like I'm talking millimeter differences in widths or little marks on them, causes some rocks to curl more than others, some to glide more than others, and they're just absolute minute differences.
Yeah, I agree.
It's you.
The weight's the same. The weight's the same.
Tight guard. I think you want this fairly tight.
Tight guard. Tight guard, you run it. What, straight back?
Fairly tight guard, maybe 2 feet in front or something. Yeah. It's too long, he'll come around.
Come around, yeah.
Randy Ferbey already thinking about what he wants David Nedewin to do with his first stone if the guard is tight.
A little more, John.
Should be good, Kev. I think so. Don't want to get in the junk. Mine weren't going crazy here early with these rocks.
And you heard Kevin Martin talking to his team. If the guard is too long, you'll see Dave Nedewin go around it as well.
Nice and tight, boys. I think they're coming around nice and tight.
How's line?
Line's real good.
Nice and tight.
Sweep it for 2 feet short.
Sweep it for 1 foot short, boys.
Whoa.
Clean. Randy, keep that down. They're coming around.
It's all there.
Clean.
It's all there.
Doesn't need the curling.
Whoa, it's good. Whoa, it's good. It's good. It's good.
All right, Kev. It's good.
Go now.
Go.
Go right here. You guys like it?
Good. I heard him say that they're coming around, so
it's jamming.
Tighter than that.
Yeah.
We're like.
I kind of like the hit. It's up to you. Straight peel, he puts a top 8. You're going to throw the same shot.
Top 8, we got the draw.
Yeah.
You're saying hit like run back or peel?
Oh, no, just straight peel is fine. Then we got. He can't go too tight, or else we got the double, or we draw a side of pin.
Right now, full 4 gives it to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, where's he going to go is ideal. I mean,
well, he's probably here.
Right here. Well, then we got a short double. I don't completely disagree.
No, neither do I. I like the
So
peel.
let's peel it.
I agree too, and I know you'll be shocked by this, Don, but I agree with Scott Pfeiffer an awful lot. I think the only way that you lose this game is if you try this kind of run back. Like, that's just silly. If you just miss it and leave your guard. So instead, what they're going to do is just peel this one. They know that Kevin Martin will come down and come into this area, leave them some sort of double for the win, and even if they don't make the double, they'll get rid of one and go into an extra end with last rock. I like the call.
Kevin Martin already contemplating the shot he will play with his final stone as David Nedowin delivers his first of this 10th end.
Yep.
His team leading by a point.
Clean. Cheryl.
So now Kevin Martin wants to talk about where to put this rock.
Right here.
Yeah, like
Show
that.
them about that much of the back one.
On the inside.
Yeah, exactly.
So about that far from center.
Bite the 8.
Bite the 8. Just about biting center line.
Do you want to take a timeout? I think that's the spot for it, eh?
Well, if we over curl it all, if we go center here,
He's gonna
I
be
think he
drawn.
draws.
So show him a bit of the intern.
Just a little.
Okay.
Right here's, I think that's as good as we can do.
Okay. Just bite it, eh? Half in, half out.
So we don't really need much
Last
more
time I
weight.
took there, that's not enough ice.
Right there's good.
And about the same weight, eh?
Sure.
To get it there.
You heard they're going to place this rock as close to the center line as possible and high in the house. They want to lure David Nedowin into trying to draw. And their idea is if they just nick this, they may have a chance of stealing 2 and winning the game. This is all about rock placement, Don.
And you heard the discussion between
Pretty close.
Kevin Martin
Just bite the 8.
and
Hit
John
it a bit
Morris
from
about
line.
how
Same weight.
Oh, go ahead.
Hard line.
precise they wanted to be with
Line's
this
real
shot.
good. Hard. Looks light. Hard, Benny, hard.
Come on, guys.
Hard.
Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Come on. Go, 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 go. Keep her going. Go. Keep her going. Keep her going. It's going to curl more yet. Oh, that's good. Whoa, whoa.
Oh, great spot, man.
Well swept, you guys.
Good shot,
Well done.
boy.
Shot, Kev.
So now with that rock coming in a little bit deeper, there is no decision. It'll be a double for the win for Dave Nedowin. So just past a nose on the center line side, just a little bit.
Okay, dude.
Gets the double and the championship.
Final stone of 10, leading by a point. Nedowin has to get rid of both stones. He doesn't have to worry about his shooter. If he only removes one, we're going to an extra end.
Yep.
For the win, the final stone by David Nedowin.
Whoa! Whoa!
Will he get both?
Oh, I touched it. I touched it. It was a stand in anyways.
What's that?
When you heard Scott Pfeiffer
Wasn't close?
touched that rock
So you
with
do a
his
spot kick
broom
it up.
or his
Jeez,
foot,
you guys kicked him off
conceded
awful
the
quick.
point.
I kicked the rock while I was sweeping it.
Oh.
Scott Pfeiffer saying he kicked the rock while he
Okay,
was
guys.
sweeping. Watch the result here,
He kicked it
and
with
he
his
does
foot.
kick it.
Wasn't at all. I don't think it was.
They felt it was staying in anyway, Don.
So as a result, we're going to an extra end. They're all even at 8. We're going to an extra end here at the Interior Savings Center in Kamloops. The final stone of the 10th end by David Nedowin. He had to make a double. The feeling during the break was had they not even touched this stone, they would have made the double, but it really didn't matter because Scott Pfeiffer
I touched it.
touched
It
that
was a
stone
stand
with
in
his
anyways.
foot. And you'll see on this replay, I don't think the yellow rock would have gone out anyway, but he touched it with his foot. And as a result, with the burned rock,
Needs to be tight.
it's immediately a
Looks
single
pretty
point
tight.
for Kevin Martin and
Okay.
an opportunity to win it on an extra end.
Easy.
Right here.
Easy.
It's there. It's there.
Yep.
Whoa, oh,
Yes.
oh, oh, oh. That's good. That's good.
Very nice, Benny. Good shot.
Can you can't split it in, can you?
Well, if you don't,
Okay, whatever you like. It's kind of off center though.
what do you want to do? Throw a 10?
I like it.
God, that's lots of ice.
Yeah. Is it gonna get there? Looks like a lot.
So the call is to bump this yellow stone belonging to Kevin Martin into the rings and split your own
Hard,
shooter
10.
into the rings.
Hard!
A little different than the tick shot.
Really hard!
Hard! Just a 10.
Hard!
Hard!
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yep, Dave! Go!
Beautiful. Beautiful shot. And the reason why it's so good is now when Kevin Martin throws this guard,
Halfway,
Marcel Rock will be able to peel the yellow stone out of play. And that's what they want with last rock. Last rock's in play in the middle
Oh, it's
of
the same weight. No, it's the same
of
weight.
the house.
That was a little less.
Oh,
It'll be fine.
oh, it's
No,
the
it's
same.
not.
You know, you might ask
Halfway
and
guard.
wonder if there have been other incidents of a burned rock affecting a game in a major competition. 1972 at the World Championships.
That's good.
The game
That's good.
between Oris Melischuk and Bob Labonte. It looked as though the Americans had won the game, and
Well,
their
Benny.
celebration jumping up. One of the rocks in the rings was touched by one of the American players, and as a result, Melischuk went on to victory. And Bob Labonte said he was going to then put a curse on the Canadian team, and they'd never win another World Championship. For a number of years, that Labonte curse did hold up.
Whoa, whoa,
Touch more weight.
whoa.
Yep. No!
My guess was wrong. They're not peeling out that stone. They're playing a tick shot. Needs to curve just a bit.
They're going to get a piece of it, and they'll move it off the center line.
Oh, boy, Marty, go, 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 go.
Marcel Rock
Marty.
was shut out in the 10th and missed both of his tick attempts. He should get perfect scores for these two attempts. And although those rocks are not out of play, mission accomplished, getting them off of the
I
center
think we go.
line.
I like it, John.
Give it here.
Okay. Okay.
Back 8.
Sure.
Get him,
Oh,
John.
I think you want to go T-line here.
Okay.
Half bury
Just
it.
pointing back for.
70.
I'm surprised by this call, Don. I expected Kevin Martin to throw another center guard. There are lots of rocks for
Weight's
Appeal
good.
to jam on.
Room. Lots of room.
Line only.
Okay.
Line only. Weight's there.
Lot of room.
Center.
Weight's there.
Needs to curl.
Weight's back 4.
Oh, off.
Easily back
off.
4.
Bye-bye.
It's perfect.
A ton. Whoa, off.
Never,
Off,
never,
off,
never.
off.
Oh,
Might as well.
that's good.
Well, it's more than back 4. It
Nice shot.
slides to the back of the 8.
Boy, Mark, that's a good shot.
Yeah, it just didn't curl like mine did earlier in the game.
So now Scott Pfeiffer will try this run back on his own stone.
Whoa!
Scott
Close.
Pfeiffer shooting 97%
Whoa!
throughout this game so far.
Whoa!
And he slides it past the shot rock.
Well, you want to dart like here.
Right about here.
Yeah.
Right here, exactly.
Okay. I don't mind my intern.
That's about right.
Like your intern there?
Don't want to get in the frost.
Okay.
Okay, Mark, halfway.
Kevin Martin able to steal a point on
picked a couple
10 to tie it, trying to steal on 11 to win it. He's no stranger to trying to pilfer points from the opposition. He did it against Kevin Cooey in the Alberta playdowns for the right to go to the Brier.
Let's make sure it's over first.
Had to go to an extra end there to steal the winning point as well.
Right here.
Just clean, guys.
Weight's good.
Clean's got to get
Whoa.
across center. Not too tight.
Well, can't be too tight.
It's not tight.
Well,
Wait, looks real good. Boy,
Sure,
Mark.
Mark, good shot, man.
Sweeping, guys. That's a good spot right
Very
there.
nicely done.
You don't want to.
No, he could spin him onto the can.
Now just have to be careful on these peels.
Whoa.
These rocks on the wings, there are rocks to jam on. Well done.
The important thing here for the Ferbey team is to keep that 4-foot open for David Nedwin with his final stone.
But as we've seen in this game,
foot off center, something like that.
With the amount of rocks picking up some debris, that draw to the 4-foot isn't a gimme in this kind of ice conditions.
Line's a little, well, it's all right.
Line's good.
It's not heavy. Nope.
No, just clean, boys. It's
About
good.
halfway. About halfway, right here.
Keep that down, Mark.
I got you. It's all
Just
there.
whoa.
That looks good.
No double onto the other one.
I know.
No.
Yeah. Oh, there's
Woohoo.
not. There's not. Good spot. Excellent.
It's good.
How about?
So this end is very similar to the last end, Don.
What are you doing this way?
There's a rock
Well, yeah.
in the back behind the tee line and guards. At some point, just like last end, David Nedwin will consider coming around the guard himself. You know, you look, Dave Nedwin is just looking at how do they peel.
I mean, you might get real lucky and come off this and back in, but.
Well, what would you, yeah. Okay.
Yep. Hard. Oh, that took off big. That's fine.
Randy Ferbey feels the stone. They didn't get the end result that they thought they might get with the stone he threw bouncing off a couple of others.
Same spot.
Be a hair higher.
Same size, I think.
Interesting how a couple of points can change things. The Martin team a little more
It's just 5 feet less.
relaxed
Just
right
clean
now
it.
than they were
Just clean
after 8 ends of play.
Oh, you're right, Don.
Clean.
Oh,
Clean it. Don't lose it. Don't lose it.
Maybe
Don't lose it.
overcurling.
It's amazing
Don't
how a
lose
little
it.
momentum
Really
getting
going.
those 2 points in the ninth end really changed the mood as they know that they're within striking distance when only 1 point down.
It's good.
It's all right.
Now that over curled. They wanted it closer to the center line.
Can come in.
Yeah. He moved their back on a roll a little bit or something, but he's going in. They got the
Yeah,
first one, the last
I think you come in. I mean, we've got this, right?
What's that?
We've got this still. That's not really hurting us.
Okay. Okay. Whatever. Make a shot. I think we go in. Eh? What? Whatever. Well, the guard's not a threat. We peel the guard.
Well, you're just, I mean, right now he's coming what? Right here. So we got all full 4, piece of 4 to win.
That's what we want. We just want the 4-foot, right?
Oh, I know.
So Kevin's going to throw a guard. Then he's going to come and freeze, and then Dave's going to have the full 4-foot.
Okay.
I think, right?
So even if you're back to that one, eh?
Oh, yeah. Actually, back is probably almost better because he doesn't corner freeze then, eh?
With that guard over curling, Ferbey's taking advantage of mixing it up a little bit, having things look a little different for Dave Nedwin when it comes down to his last 2 rocks.
Oh, guys.
10.
Oh, 10.
He's too heavy if it's a 10.
Help me out, Kev.
Go. There it goes. He's picking. Ah, come on.
Kevin Martin thought that caught some debris to get over there in a hurry.
Sorry. See, what has he got?
I think if we freeze.
He freezes. Dave freezes.
Peels the center.
Well, now we can't.
Right, got to make the freeze.
And then he can draw the backing. Whereas if we freeze now, he plays it, and we'll probably have to freeze again, and he won't have any backing. At least he'll have cold draw.
Draw the butt rather than. You can't hit because we're in the middle one.
Yeah, I just want to make him shoot.
Maybe a little more.
Hair more, yeah.
Yeah, go a little more. Mine will curl more.
Yeah, nice on this angle.
Yeah. Yeah, give me a little more, John. Yeah, that's better.
So the thinking here is if they freeze, then Dave Nedwin comes in and freezes,
53-ish.
makes a little bit of move, that they'll actually have enough room to come in and get shot stone and make Dave Nedwin draw to the button without backing.
That should be all there. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's a good plan, but you have to make the shots first. And now Kevin Martin with his first stone of this extra end, trying to freeze to the shot rock belonging to the Ferbey team.
Hard line.
It's all there, John.
Oh,
It's happened.
They don't want to bump it back. And that's what they do.
Well, we needed to keep that angle.
Just peel out.
Did not want the big bump.
Pick it out. That's he's going to get his edge of the forefoot, right?
Yeah.
Just peel out.
All right.
So with that tap, you hear the plan.
Just peel it out, because the red rock that they just pushed back could be the rock that winds up winning the game for Ferbey.
Well, the thinking is if you get rid of this stone right here, that Kevin Martin will have to just draw again, and the best he can do to get buried is edge of forefoot. And if he does get completely buried, then Dave still has to draw to the forefoot for the win. The best that Kevin can do is just that bite of the forefoot.
Hello, Dave.
So again, this whole situation created by John Morris's guard over curling.
Oh. Clean? No. Oh. Clean.
Just trying to peel this out of there. And again, Kevin Martin will try and hide this one with his final stone.
Just got to decide what you want to do. Fall him down or full draw.
That's a great conversation. We just heard Ferbey and Netherwood talking. You're assuming that Kevin Martin is going to nail this as good as he can, buried and on the edge of the forefoot. And you heard Netherwood and Ferbey talking about, now you got to decide what you want to do. You want to follow him down, or do you want to have the cold draw to the bigger part of the scoring area? That is a great question. You're assuming though that this rock is perfect.
Room. Oh. Line's pretty good.
Yeah, we got to go a little.
Hard. Well, right here. Right to the broom.
Come on.
Go.
Lots of room by the guard.
Easy. Easy.
Don't want to provide backing to a draw.
Okay.
Great shot, man.
So that's what he's done. A foot too deep. Now there isn't really a decision. He had a lot of room by the guard.
That would be nice to have it a foot higher, eh?
Exactly it. Dave Netherwood, he is drawing to the tee line, but he does have backing.
Yep.
Full four for Dave Netherwood with the final stone, or about a little better than half of the rock into the four for the winning point.
Yep.
Tee line 5.
Kevin Martin on this extra end has done all he can do. Now it's up to Dave Netherwood for the win, if he can put this one into the four.
Room. Wait's good. No line.
He's got the backing of the Kevin Martin stone. If he's a little heavy.
Oh, no line. Oh, might need it. Go. Oh, line's good.
He's got a curl to use the backing, Don.
We got nothing.
Will he push it back?
Go, Kev,
No, he's going to slide. Did he slide too far?
Close.
Why didn't that chrome on? Hi, Allie. I know you're watching. Allie and Alyssa, Heather, Mom and Dad. Oh boy, I can't take much more of this. Congratulations.
You couldn't see the stone, neither could we.
Transportation to call the airport.
But when Kevin Martin kicked it off, obviously it was a 9-8 victory on the extra end for Ferbey, his third Canada Cup championship. On the extra end, Team Ferbey just winning 9-8 over Kevin Martin. The final stone from another angle. Catching a piece of the Martin stone, Kevin Martin brushing it, realizing it's not going to slide far enough, gives it a playful kick, and then congratulates the Randy Ferbey team on their victory. But initially, from the overhead shot, we could not tell whether or not that stone had slid too far. But for the third time, Randy Ferbey, David Netherwood, Scott Pfeiffer, and Marcel Rock are champions in the Strauss Canada Cup. And most importantly, they get an opportunity to play in the Continental Cup next year.